What's going on, everybody? David Mills here, and welcome back to Train episode 2. I mean, not 200, but 42. Welcome back to Fan to Train episode 42 now. And speaking of that, we're about to have a train go by. But I'm not surprised at. What train is it that about to go by? I'm looking at the window. You can hear him. And it is southbound, meaning that. Yep, that back M491. M491 if I'm right. Yep, it M491. You're carrying the bulkhead flat. No Tropicana juice cars, but yeah. But oh boy, I'm going to date it. Prepare for the calm before the storm coming up in that couple of months. And it involved FRA, Class 1s, and a whole bunch of others. I'm sorry that I'm looking at the train outside going through the tree line. We got a train going by, so sorry about that. But yeah, I can see it from here. Damn, yep, he was not a long boy today. M491 and not a long train down. It's very rare to have a DPU on him. So, yeah. But I was watching Alan Fester about some pretty interesting stuff. But, yeah.
Financially.
And about rural towns.
Very common.
There we go. But, yeah, put that on pause. But the thing is, I wanted it down, and it talked about rural towns, which came out about 3 months ago. Some sweet tea and some ice. But that was some sweet tea and ice. But calm before storm that I'm talking about is with the FRA. And you guys probably wondering the reason why. Well, that's because it's gonna be a crap storm this deep. Oh, dang it, Cubby! He keep getting under people's feet. Wanna yeet one of us. But I'll be honest. The FRA, what they made their decision to make it where you can't do one-man crews was a big move, and it was smart. Which, I'll be honest, that was the smart idea. Which, I have to agree with that, but that was smart. Calm before the storm. But, my God, with stuff that is going on right now, shit is going to hit the fan this November. But, yeah, let me clean my glasses real quick. Not better. Had a little haze. But, yeah, I'll be honest. Crazy shit been going on. Hold on, and let me show you guys the memes that Val put up on the Transistor Discord. I love it. Those people are loving your memes! I love it. Oh my God. Before we get talking to them people. Val did them Fulmer memes. Yep, Val going with the memes. Nimby sick. I don't know why, but when Val get a did let a brains out of. I did for her. But yeah. 1 minute, guy. Give you about a minute. I'll be back. There we go. Alright. Back. Sorry about that. Had to put fully recharged battery in the scanner. I forgot that battery in here was almost dead. There we go. But yeah, read this. That right there, it's something that me and Val came up with, and it's so freaking true. Like, literally, it's so freaking true when you think about it. Oh my god. FRA. Class 1 Railroads, FRA. But yeah, if Dimitri do the live stream tonight, later on tonight, I am helping him with this because it's something perfect. But yeah. That one we could have done better at. But it's still good, you know? Oh, yeah. Look at that one. I am a boomer. And I'm proud. Literally, and I am proud to screw the next generation and it didn't bottom boomer. Oh, that's so fucking true. Val did same for that one too. Like, let's be honest, the boomers, they really fucked our generation up. And what I'm talking about, Class 1 railroads. Class 1 railroad using one-man crews. Catastrophe and FRA. Yep. And I had to do that. Did what a NIMBY is. I'll be honest. Thinking about that, that's it so fucking true. But yeah. Oh, did how we are one at the bottom, you know, people who are sick and tired of car infrastructure. FRA being dismissive of Class 1 railroads. Oh! I'm glad you not came over to... Wait. But FRA being suspicious. But yeah, but one of the guy loved it. Let's call Brightline fan. Let's see. Because, and I know it's not the usual time I usually do live stream, but because the time restraint, and I'm sorry that I did not Ralph fan day or earlier day. I was supposed to, but energy and all that. I might. Well, it also rained yesterday. That was our reason why I did not Ralph fan. But yeah, energy consumption and all that. So yeah. But yeah, let me. But yeah, but I'll be honest. The FRA. Move the mouse over here. That better. Really screwed up, and there is a shitstorm getting ready to happen. Let me try to get. But yeah, but it did so fucking crazy. I'll be honest. I'll try to call Brightline fan again later on if he don't pick up right now. But my God, the shit that is going on right now is very concerning because it is a bad sign for the Class 1 railroads. And that I'll be on it about. Like, literally. If I could get Alan Flester on, then that would be a beast mode move. He's probably busy, you know. But it will be a beast mode move. But I'll be honest, I do see a shitstorm happening this December. And I really do see, not for Brightline, but I do see a shitstorm happening with the Class 1 railroads between October and November. That is where I'm seeing the shitstorm going to be happening. We're in the calm before the storm, to be brutally honest. To be brutally honest, we're in the calm before the storm. So, yeah. But, yeah. Like, we are literally in the calm before the storm. And, so, it's going to get ready to happen. That I'll be brutally honest about. But yeah, but if anybody want to chat with me in my Discord or like talk, let me put the link out there. Speaking of that, hold on, let's see if he comes on. Okay, I guess Butthead don't want to come in, aka Chicago Rail fan. Yeah, I'm talking about you, bud. But yeah, I didn't know that flower right there on the deer. But yeah, I'll be honest. I do see multiple jet storms getting ready to happen this December. And I'll be honest, it's gonna be fucking insane. And the reason why, because the December team with Brightline, that I'll be on about. December for Brightline is going to be very good for them, but it's going to be a shitstorm for Rail. And the reason why I say that, not Rail, my bad. I'm so sorry. I'm just having a brain fart, but we're going to see a shitstorm with the airlines this December down to Florida when Brightline get their train up and running from Miami to Orlando. So that's going to be a big hit right there. So that's going to be a big hit on its own. By the way, anybody want to go to my Discord, I just put the link in chat. So, yeah. So, any of y'all want to go talk to me over there, come in and chat in. That's all you need to do. But yeah. So if any of y'all want to talk to me on the live stream in Discord and want to talk, then go ahead and call it in. Speaking of that,
Hold on. It's wet. Interesting.
Oh. Almost got me. She almost got me, but there's going to be a shitstorm this December with the airline, and the airlines are not going to like it. It's going to be pretty good for Brightline because, let's be honest, with how everything is setting up, I can really see a shitstorm getting ready to happen this December. And it's going to be good. And that's something I'm actually looking forward to. But I do see a shitstorm happening down in Florida this December. With the airline and being pretty good with high-speed rail. So, yeah. But I do see between October and November a shitstorm happening with the Class 1 freight railroads. So, but I do see a crap storm happening with the Class 1 railroads. So I do see something happening with them. To be honest, Class 1 railroads are going to have a shitstorm this December, and it's going to be fucking hilarious on stuff that are going to happen. But yeah.
Sorry.
What is that? M&M's?
Nope, it's a detergent powder. I cleaned it in the chute.
Oh, alright. But I do see a shitstorm happening with the Class 1 in October and November. And the reason why I say October and November is because that's when the peak shopping seasons happen, and when Black Friday come around. With you all know Black Friday always the last Friday of November. So I am seeing a shitstorm going to happen this season, not December, but October and November. So yeah, and the shitstorm that are going to be happening in the Class 1, the only one to blame is their fucking self. The Class 2s are probably going to be doing pretty well, but I do not see the Class 1s doing well at all. And the reason why I say that is because they let her go for money, instead of everything. Hey, but that's the real reason why. My brother and his girlfriend. But if you guys want to chat with me on the live stream, please click the link to the Discord right here in chat. If you guys want to go talk to me. So yeah. If any of y'all want to join or talk to me, just join it in chat. So yeah. But I'll be honest. I do see a shitstorm happen in this December with the airline, but I need to stick to one subject for a few minutes. Sorry, I'm so sorry. But let me go back to the railroad one first. Let me go back to the railroad and stuff that I should be talking about. I do see a humongous shitstorm happening with the Class 1s from October to November. It's probably going to start in September, to be brutally honest. So I do see the shitstorm beginning then, if y'all know what I mean. Oh, sorry about the hair sticking out. But I do see a shitstorm technically happening, to be brutally honest. Like, literally. And only self to blame is the Class 1 because a lot of employees are quitting because of the not so well working decisions, and where the union and the government need to crack down on the Class 1s instead of staying by them. And if I was government, I would say either you improve through working conditions for your workers and stop trying to make it even harder for them and make it more livable, everything would do better. But nope, we're not cracking down on that. We're instead backing them up. My point is that if we want our rail system to work for the people, we need to crack down on the greedy money that is going on. That's what we need to crack down on. So, yeah. And let me bring up a meme that I actually found, that I actually shared. Oh, that was a scanner. We'll agree to, like, one who bring up common sense and athletes up in that would work get thrown out by a corrupt asshole. Like literally, let me bring that up. We need to restore service immediately. We could have one-man crews. We could have bonuses they would not earn before quitting, or we could give them a livable schedule and wage with the economical and smart decision. I'm sorry, if I was the government, the first railroad I would crack down on would be BNSF to make an example of all the other one railroad saying, if y'all don't fucking back off and make your stuff fucking livable for your workers, it will fucking happen to you like what happened to BNSF. That's what I would fucking do. But yeah, that's what I would fucking do, literally, because we given the Class 1 like the airline too much fucking power. My fucking point is that we gotta start fucking cracking down. If we don't, our economy is going to go into shitter. And I mean, it technically already is because of BNSF high-vis policy and them trying to one-man crews. My point is, and the thing that I would do, I would literally, and I mean fucking literally, force the Class 1 Railroad to either deal with it or you're going to get penalized. Like, literally. My point is that we need to fucking crack down on them. That's my point. Because if we fucking don't, something really fucking bad is going to happen. And I mean very fucking bad. But, yeah, but the Class 1s are really fucking up. Well, let's bring... Alright, busy. Dude, no cool. Alright. Heck. But I'll be fucking on it. We need to crack down on... Let's come. One of our friend. But yeah, I'll be on it. We are fucking up. Because we are not cracking down on Class 1s. And funny thing is, we have not fucking learned from the Lac Mechanic train disaster. That's the point. They're trying to screw everybody up, and it just really fucking pissed me off that they're doing this shit. My point is that we got to start fucking cracking down on this. Because if we fucking do not, our supply chain system with already in the shitter will be worse than it is now. And that's my point. Let me call G. Elizabeth. It's a lot to train club. But yeah. But I'll be honest, if we don't fucking start fixing shit right now, our country going to get worse before it get better. Like what I said to Demo, everything is going to get worse before it get better. I'm still hoping eventually he does update us on what's going on.
Where's my purse?
In the room.
Okay.
Nah, my brother.
Hello.
Don't do your fucking shit, by the way. Right. Check it. Been busy, but I'll be honest. Anybody wants to join the chat? Please click the link to the Discord because it'll be pretty good if I can hear from y'all. So yeah. And if you guys have a problem, then send me in chat on what's going on. But my point is that there's going to be a real shitstorm happening this December. Or not this December, that bright line. I'll talk about that towards the end of the live stream. But for the Class 1, there's going to be a shitstorm happening between October and November. And the reason why I'm bringing it up because, let's be honest, the class 1s, they're not doing so bright like right now. Trying to push for one-man crews. Like, literally, they're trying to push for one-man crews, and I don't even think that is a good damn ideal. My point is that we are literally trying to force stupid shit onto everybody. Hey man, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Hey, I need to ask, what do you think about the FRA ruling on the Class 1 and making it where they are not allowed to do one-man crews?
I don't know.
Because, I'll be honest, my point on this is that good idea that the FRA did this, you know? Because with the FRA ruling that they're not allowed to do one-man crews, that'd be a good idea, you know?
I don't know what that is.
The FRA?
Nope.
Alright, you know how the government have a rail board that tell the railroads what they can and what they cannot do?
Yeah.
That's the FRA.
Oh.
And about a month, not about a month ago, but about 3 weeks ago, they made the right decision to make it for long distance making it illegal to do one-man crews, you know? Which,
I don't know anything about that.
alright, let me just bring it up. BNSF. You are fan BNSF in your area. Am I right?
Nope.
Alright, what do you rail fan?
I rail fan the Canadian National.
Oh, so you don't, that cool man. You know, I only caught a couple of dare trains before where I live. Down here we call that foreign power. But
I don't know if I ever met you before.
you haven't, man. Did run a YouTube channel, did trying to get people opinion on what is going on with the railroad and business, you know?
Oh.
But
Is your name David?
yes.
Oh. Aiden.
But I'll bring it up. What type of trains and local do you get on the Canadian line?
I get freights, stack trains, coal trains, sand trains, tankers, plus autorack trains.
Damn, how many trains?
What?
Sorry, you could say what you were going to say.
Well, there's one other train that I also get out there.
What type of train?
I also get this other train called M347.
Oh.
He's a M347. He takes all the empty center beams.
Oh wow, that's cool. A center beam.
Yeah.
That a center beam train right there.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't realize there, David, I just got off of work today.
Oh. Sorry.
I actually work for a small railroad.
Oh, what's the name of the railroad?
I work for the Leona Northern.
Huh. I only mapped out their line one time, you know?
Huh.
It ought to be a pretty cool line, you know?
Well, if you didn't realize there, David, I have a buddy of mine that I know that's gonna work with. Me and him are gonna work with the CN out there and help with bringing the Western Coal Train down to interchange with the UP and back.
That
And same, and it's going to be the same thing with freight car services.
So how many trains on the line that you rail fan get a day?
I'm going to say roughly maybe around 10 or 11.
Dude, the line that go by my house right here in South Carolina, with the CXXA line, we only get about 20 to 22 trains per day. That'll be on it a lot more than where you are. Uh-oh. Internet connection. Ooh. Alright, but what I'm trying to say is that we get about 10 more trains than y'all, you know? But it might be internet signal. Whew. It's the internet signal. We might try to get him next time if it, I'll try it again. Alright. Look like the internet signal is spotty where he is. But I'll be honest, I actually get more trains than he does on the line right here. We usually get about 20 to 22 trains per day. But that if I remember, that went down a little bit because of the cutbacks. So it's more around 16 to 18 now. When you count the two Silver Meteor that got suspended all the way up until October, which those should be coming back soon. Internet. But yeah, I'll try to get him later on, but we do get a little bit more trains than he does. But yeah, thing is that we got the auto train and a couple other trains, but that's kind of cool, I'll be honest. We do get the auto train, but that's during the middle of the night. And you gotta wait on it sometimes. But with what he said, he get about 10 to 11 trains, which that actually a good amount. But we get a couple more than he does. If you think about it, we get a good bit around here, but you gotta plan it a lot right. With the only problem that I'll be on about because most train either come during the morning and afternoon, and sometimes mostly middle of the night. But middle of the day is hard as hell. You never know what you're going to be able to catch during the middle of the day. Oof. There have been so many times that happened. But yeah. But that was our first caller, or technically first person we were able to call today. But yeah. But let's get our next guest on. Mm-hmm. But I'll be honest. We technically do have a occasional local and then a yard job train that come down and head all the way down, way farther down before it get to Yemassee and then turn back after it get its cars. Hey man, welcome to the Fans of Train.
I'm sorry?
Welcome to the live stream. You know? Hey, I need to ask, how do you feel about the FRA ruling on the Class 1 and not allowing them to do one-man crews? You know?
I'm more confused on why you called me, because I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, I know, sorry man, I'm just trying to get people on the live stream right now and talk about the Class 1 railroads and what's going to be happening between November, or technically between October and November of this year with the Class 1 railroads. You know, like CSX, Norfolk Southern, Union Pacific, BNSF.
Yeah.
And
What is it, like an Instagram Live or?
YouTube Live. But, But I need to ask, what do you think about the FR ruling on not allowing the Class 1 to do one-man crews?
I think it's good. You need a two-man crew, I think.
Oh yeah,
That's
heck,
how I think about it.
heck, and I'll bring it up. 2 weeks ago, you know the Kansas City line, you know the virtual rail fan cam in Kansas City?
Yeah, did they have another derailment there? It doesn't surprise me.
Nope, almost had a head-on collision between that Terminus Railroad and BNSF on video.
Doesn't surprise me.
Like literally, almost had a head-on collision at the Diamond, you know?
Railroad.
Oop, dude, can you speak a little louder?
They don't know how to do nothing with those one-man crews. They need two.
Yeah, and CNN, they have not learned from the Lac Mechanic train disaster in Quebec, Canada. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, and that happened back in 2013.
Where they tied it down and they was a runaway?
Yep. And was caused by a one-man crew, you know?
Yeah.
That could have been prevented by a two-man crew, you know?
Exactly.
And that was a Class 2, a regional railroad. Just imagine that happening on a Class 1. That would be bad.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, you know? But,
yeah.
And I'm glad that that FRA made the right decision in making it where two-man crews are permanent, you know?
Hopefully.
Because
Hopefully they do that.
And that reason why it happening and the reason why all this going on now, you know BNSF?
Yeah.
You heard of their high-vis policy?
I've heard about it, but I don't know much about it.
Well,
I don't see it that territory.
Well, the high-vis policy is supposed to penalize anybody that tried to do their vacating or try to take their time off.
Huh.
It's pretty fucked up, Jane, and it treats their workers like slaves, you know?
Reminds me of every other railroad in the country.
Every other railroad that is a Class 1, am I right?
Yeah.
Heck, that's why regional and Class 3s are better, am I right?
Yeah, sure, because, either they're undercrewed or they're overcrewed. If they're overcrewed, then you can get whenever you want off, you can get time off. It really just depends on the railroad, though. Most have, enough people aren't shorting on crews,
Well, because of BNSF high-vis policy and all that crap that's been going on, what's been happening is the railroad union, the Union of Railroad Workers.
Yeah.
95% of the workers on Class 1 railroads, and 95% were both to go, on all the Class 1s were both to go on strike.
Oh, I remember they went on strike on NJT.
I know, but they would both be nationwide. They would go be a nationwide railroad strike.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And the thing is, this is stupid, and the government, I understand the government, but it was stupid for them to step in and put a cool-down period for 30 days. So, the strike is still going to happen, but it's going to happen sometime during September now. But it's dumb, because if I was the government, I would say it either you deal with the two-man crew and back off with the high vis, or you're going to get penalized, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I were the president, this is what I would do if I were president. What BNSF is doing, I would make an example of BNSF by nationalizing them and taking them from their boss by saying, look here, all you other Class 1s and all your bosses. I will do this to you if you don't back off, make much more livable wages, stop trying to cut your workers off, and stop trying to force one-man crews. It either you follow the rules or you're going to get nationalized like BNSF. Am I right? That will send them a mess. Now, that would send them a message. Am I right?
Yeah, it definitely would.
And I would tell them, look, I don't care about your investors. Fix the fuck up that you made because you've been listening to your investors, you know? That's what I would do.
Yep.
And tell them, look, if I would start cracking down on your investors too, you know? Having them arrested. Because, let's be honest, what they're doing to our country is a fucking crime in its own, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, my wife in the background. But,
No, you good.
because I'll be honest, like, this is what I'll be honest about. The Class 1 railroads are, if they did care about the people and care about helping businesses, they would stop abandoning rail lines, they would stop cutting off their crew, they would stop trying to force one-man crews, and all of that. But in reality, it's in the investors. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, they're shutting down all these spurs, like you said a minute ago. They're shutting down all these spurs in line. It's because people don't want rail service after they see, derailment this, derailment that. Or they get a notification in their ship CSX, for example. Oh, your cargo has been, whatever it says, destroyed or something.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to take that risk. They'll rather truck it than do that again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and saying it,
Up their own business.
and saying it, that Union Pacific is going to have a clusterfuck this October and November. And you remember the supply chain shortage we had last year?
Yeah.
Well, it's about to happen again, but with the Class 1 and their stupidity of trying to force one-man crews and cut it and get rid of workers, you know?
Yeah.
But look at the meme I just sent you. Look at the meme that I just sent you on Messenger.
Alright.
Because it explains on what I'm talking about. Like, do you see what it's talking about?
Oh, yeah, I can tell. That's definitely what's going on. Well, not literally that, but, you know, they don't do nothing. They won't do those crews or nothing. And then whenever they get the idea, they just skip it, you know, oh, that's not a good idea. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And I'll be honest, this is what I'll be honest about. We're putting our rail system and our supply chain on the brink of disaster because we want to do one-man crews and do the high-vis policy, you know? Like,
Yeah, I know.
the high vis policy, I looked at it. It's terrible. It literally penalizes people who take sick days. You know, like
Yeah.
it literally penalizes people taking sick day and doing family emergencies and all of that other stuff. And I'll be honest. On it, if I were government, and I would crack down on the Class 1 railroads that do that. You know.
Yeah.
If I would, because we need to crack down on the Class 1s. Because the Class 1s are going to destroy our railroad business here in...
They've already done lots of damage.
The only thing that could save our rail system is nationalizing it or having all the Class 2s and Class 3 take it, you know?
Yeah, they've already destroyed the business for the most part. It's been going downhill for quite a while.
Heck, the only railroads that are doing great are the Class 2s and Class 3s, you know, like the Reddington and Northern, the Florida East Coast, the Iowa Interstate, the Illinois Central, or not Illinois Central, the Illinois Interstate Railway, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the regional railroads are doing great. Am I right?
Exactly. All the short lines are doing well, but the platforms, they're doing all the bad stuff, doing that. Like, every other weekend you see on the news something about a derailment. I mean, sometimes it's not a freight railroad, but on Amtrak or something, every other weekend or every other week on the news, you see, oh, there was a derailment, there's something going on. There's always something. No?
Like, I'll be honest. The only two railroads that I do see which are merging is CP and KCS. You heard about their merger?
Yeah, the only reason I believe in that is because they haven't dropped it over the past few months it's been going on.
Yeah, plus they treat their customer right, you know? They don't do that PSR bullshit.
Yeah.
And my point is that I do see them surviving. I do see Union Pacific barely surviving this. I do see them surviving it, but I don't see CSX or Norfolk Southern surviving this. You know?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, we already seen one fall black, and I'm still a little pissed at BNSF on what they did to the Montana Rail Link, you know? Because that should have been counted as a monopoly because of how much control they would have in Montana. Am I right?
Yeah.
Because that would count as a monopoly right there because they would be controlling 95% of the rail in Montana. Am I right?
I mean, Montana doesn't have much business in the first place, so I wouldn't doubt it. But, like...
And Dana, if I'm a Montana Rail Link, I would rebuild that abandoned area to connect them back up with the Union Pacific interchange in that one part of Montana. By that, from Union Pacific, go down to Idaho. You know?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
But we really fucked up. We really fucked up everything, you know? And I'll be honest, I do not think BNSF is going to survive it, you know? I'll be honest, if the government is going to nationalize the railroads, the first railroad that they would go after is BNSF. Am I right?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, how they treat their customer, their own workforce, it's going to be saying that's going to be a big hit for them. Am I right? That's going to be a big hit. Now, I do see CSX probably going to make it a little bit, but I do not see them fully making it through how much they fucked up over the years because of Hunter horses.
They can't recover from some of the stuff they've done.
I'll
call you back. I gotta go.
Alright, I'm getting ready to call some other people. Talk to you later, man.
Alright.
Later. Alright, that was our second guest on. Now let me get some of the people on in the group on. So yeah. Alright. But GXX might survive it, but I do not think so. I do not see them making it through it. Because they could make it, or they could just simply fall. Because let's be honest, everything is too big to fall.
David is fixing the room.
Bella fixing the room. She just got done doing her YouTube chain. And Michael, if you want to call me, go ahead and call me. Discord. Alright. But I do see the class 1 fucking up bad. Because the class 1s are really, really fucking up. BNSF might be the first one to go. We really don't know, but it calmed before the shitstorm. That I'll be on it about. Discord. And but the thing is that I do see a shitstorm beginning soon with class 1s. Because they really fucked up. Excuse me. I'm going to try to call Michael because he went in the chat. But I'll be honest, we really been fucking up, and we need to improve stuff. FYI, something crazy happened at my Walmart yesterday. So that fucking crazy finding that out. But we need to improve. There, Michael.
Can I call you back in a minute? I'm trying to handle business.
Alright. You can call me back.
Alright, bud.
Alright. Michael, call me back.
Oh, Michael doing something?
Yeah, he's doing something real quick. Well, and then I'm going to call Elizabeth to try to get her called.
Or a good friend Liz?
Yeah, because we do need to check up on her.
Can do it. Oh god. This is way too small to fit into the ice vent.
Oh, well, I fit that stuff in.
Huh?
Right there on the air vent.
No, like this one here. See? I'm not lucky.
Oh, do you want to grab it?
Elizabeth there?
I'm trying to call her. But, yeah.
Oh, wait, mate. I'll get eggs, by the way. And the better freaks. Cubby got it.
But, I'll be honest, we really did fucked up.
Really?
Up with our rail system.
FRA?
The FRA should be cracking down on the Class 1G more than they are right now, I'll be honest. But...
David, do you want to know how the memes was?
Oh yeah, everybody... One guy did that, they love the memes.
The boomer memes?
Yep, they love them, Val.
Really?
Yeah, go look in the Discord.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't even doing Discord stuff. I'll check them in about a minute, okay, David Bun?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm checking. Okay, check. Alright. But I'll be honest, we need to improve everything. Because we cannot keep on on trying to build for freaking cars and trucks, but yeah.
You okay?
Oh, that's cool. Let me try to call him again. Gotta be internet issues. Mm-hmm.
David,
Hmm?
don't forget.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One minute, everybody. Hey, Belleville, baby!
Yeah?
Was I supposed to put it in first?
You gotta put it on heat, but that's okay.
Just, do we have any salt, or when did you did yours?
Yeah, I put in hot water. I'll put it on 5 minutes.
Alright. It does take 5 minutes.
Thanks, David. You could next time follow instructions well.
Sorry. 1 minute,
You
everybody.
gotta take it out the sauce. Take out the sauce pack, and then after that, you put the teriyaki sauce.
I did not realize.
Alright.
I was looking at thing and.
David, wait for it, and have to cool down for 1 minute. Okay.
Alright. While I'm still in the pool. Alright. Sorry
I'm gonna
about
take the bacon too.
Val!
I didn't get to take that one.
Oh yeah, that right.
Alright.
Right.
Doesn't say my name, man. Under my
Well,
name.
let me call Tom.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
No, Tom. The one friend from the West Coast.
Oh.
Not East Coast, but West Coast. California.
I'm checking your schedule, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You have 1 more week, and it's your birthday!
Oh yeah, that right. 13 days ago.
Yup.
Yep, 13 days ago and till my birthday. Sorry about the ice in the mouth.
Actually, 12 days.
It's technically 13 days.
Don't count today. Count tomorrow. From tomorrow to 25.
Alright.
My mom taught me about that anyway.
Alright.
Don't count today.
Val right. But yeah. Alright, look like Tom busy. I bitch. Dad Michael for you. A co-worker, by the way, for people who don't know. Alright, let me call him now. Alright. Oh, dang it, Michael! Come on, man. I'm trying to call you, bud. Hurry. Oh, 1 minute. Not Maggie. Sorry, y'all. But real quick. I'll play this video where y'all can hear it in the background.
Very commonly in my comments, I get something like this, where someone is complaining, "Oh, you don't understand rural towns," or "You don't care about people in rural places because you live in a city." So I'm tired of these brainless comments, because the actual truth is far from what these people think. Some of my favorite places in the world are in rural or ex-urban communities, and what frustrates me is that I know that many of these places can be designed in such a better way, and just like the people that live in a city, they also deserve decent public transit too.
You're right about that. I'm playing Alan Fisher video in the background, but he's right. He is damn right about that.
Anyway, today we're going to be talking about rural Pennsylvania, so strap in, because we're going to Appalachia.
But he is right about it. But when you think about it...
Think of modern excerpts. Images like this resonate hard with people. This is Breezewood, Pennsylvania, and a few years ago it became a meme.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That could be found floating around on the internet on this image too. This image became popular for multiple reasons, but in the end, the reason why it spread as much as it did is because there are large portions of North America that look like this. And if you live here in North America, I'm sure that you can picture a place nearby that looks oddly familiar to Breezewood, Pennsylvania. Now,
that's
like
so
always,
fucking true.
When Breezewood is discussed, Breezewood Legionnaires will come out to defend the sacred Holy Land that is an exit off of the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
That's so true.
But this is just a rest stop. You cannot use this as an example. In one way, they are right, but in every other aspect, this does look like a large portion of rural and suburban America. But let's leave Breezewood and check out Wallenpaupack Township. Wallenpaupack Township is named for the large man-made lake that resides next to it. The lake is used for hydropower and is very unique in many ways, but maybe that's a topic for a future video. Wallenpaupack Township looks like Breezewood, with wide roads straddled with strip malls and big box stores with large setbacks. It looks like many rural places in America, but weirdly, right down the road is an example of a wildly better form of rural Americana. Right down the road from Wallenpaupack is a small town called Holly. Holly, Pennsylvania was a town founded in 1827, mainly because the Delaware and Hudson Canal was finished.
But the railroad that go through town.
On the canal, Holly also had a silk mill, which still exists today. But instead of being a silk mill, it's now part community college, part brewery, and part hotel.
1 minute, guys.
What Holly excels at, though, is what every American town built before 1950 is good at, which is having a great downtown that is walkable and is not car-centric. Again, let me remind you, this is a rural town. Now, if you're going to be a pedantic person in the comments, you're going to be like, but Holly is in the Northeast between Scranton and NYC. That's not really rural. Holly is rural. But if you don't believe that it's a rural town, here's Marion, Kansas, a walkable farm town in the middle.
Except that he's saying it true.
Anyway, Holly barely has 1,200 people living here, but the town has a lot of amenities that a non-walkable town might not have at all. It has its own theater for musical performances. It has affordable housing with apartment buildings. It has elderly apartments. It has multiple bars to walk to. It has sports fields. And most importantly, it still has a train station. Nowadays, the train station is only used for the Heritage Line and rail biking, but back in the day, it was served by the Erie Railroad and later the Erie-Lackawanna until the 60s. It's possible that a state-funded...
And that Alan Fletcher video, and stuff that he's saying is true.
Or maybe you could just go and do the more lame but easy thing of having a bus run between these places. Either way,
that what they do here from...
For walkability,
Let me pull out the video. That what they do here from from Ravenel to downtown Toronto. Even though we are rural, we only have one bus in the morning, one afternoon, and that a County Link bus. So let me check who is that. But I'll be honest. This is the point where I'll be on about. We only get one bus in the morning and one in the afternoon. The one in the morning is heading into town. One in the afternoon is coming out of town. So if you're heading into town, you're going to have to wait until the morning. If you're heading out of town, you're going to have to wait until the afternoon. The bus schedule is a bit annoying. One minute, y'all. That's it, Leslie, y'all. Sorry about that. Dogs are barking. But yeah, Dewey, right away, Chloe, over here. 1 minute. Hey, outside. Come on. Bella, come on. Come on, y'all. Back here. Bella. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. Had to put the dogs back in the back. There we go, but yeah, let me play the video
Just
game.
as much as people in cities, but obviously that means within the population to support it. But speaking of things to do in Holly, not only does it have more amenities than a newer rural town, but it's also better at sustaining itself financially. Let's compare a grocery store that's down the road in Walpole Township. This IGA is on a plot of land that is 4.2 acres, and it's assessed at $1.6 million. This means that the value of the land is $380,000 per acre. Now let's compare that to a block of buildings in downtown Holly. This block between Keystone Street and Church Street is 1.8 acres in total, and it has an assessed value of $3.6 million. This brings the land value to $2 million per acre. The block in Holly is worth 6 times more than the store. So at minimum, there is 6 times the tax revenue that is generated from this block. While at the same time, the block has less than half of the same road infrastructure needed to support it.
Not funny because
Holly is financially sustainable, and the sprawling Walpole Township is not. If you want a longer video on the subject of financially sustainable infrastructure, Not Just Bikes is a fantastic video.
Yep. I talk about Not Just Bikes too. I'm not playing his video because he have more subscribers and I don't want to get oofed by him. Alan, if you want my video, please don't strike me down because one, I'm using your video as an example on something that I'm talking about. So please don't.
Hi, Bella.
Sorry about that, y'all. But let me get back to what he's saying.
It's just frustrating that we continue to build our ex-urban and rural places like Breezewood or Walpole Township. Instead of building a town to visit with a cute downtown, they are just places to drive through that happen to have businesses scattered on the side of the road. These places are ugly and they're not memorable, and they're not sustainable financially or environmentally. If we care about the beautiful lands that these rural places and people live in, we should be building more places like Holly, where everyone has their own house in a dense neighborhood, but there's a walkable downtown and options to live in an apartment if you need to. Not everyone can have a place in the middle of the wilderness, because once everyone lives out in the wilderness, it's not the wilderness anymore. It's just a suburban development that's hard to get to.
Mm-hmm,
Also,
that's
if we
true.
cared about drunk driving statistics for rural communities, we'd be focusing more on how and where people live around their favorite places to go to. It's a lot more fun to drunkenly walk home from the bar than it is to drive and put other people's lives at risk. Anyway,
True.
to close out, our rural communities are just as important to our country and society as urban places are. So, when it comes to urban planning of these places, they also deserve to have beautiful and sustainable communities with transit, just as a much larger metro area has too. It's just that everyone keeps making excuses that cars are fine, there's nothing wrong, and the state DOT standards and zoning codes are not a problem. But there is a lot wrong. But the first step to fixing it is acknowledging that there's a problem and then understanding that better models exist.
That okay, Wesley.
But I believe in this. Thanks for watching. I plan on doing more videos on a rural setting in the future, so subscribe if you'd like to see those.
But that was Alan Fisher video on one thing that I'm talking about. Like, when you think about it, you start realizing it. My point is that we got to start focusing on stop building for the car and start building for people in transit. That one thing I'll bring up. We got to start cracking down on the Class 1 railroad and them trying to be cheapskates and bring back more trains. I'll be honest, long trains are cool, but we would rather have more trains than less trains, to be brutally honest. Heck, make it much more easier not having to block, railroad crossings. So yeah, let's call Ben. But yeah, that's the crazy thing. I do gotta clean my air train coming. Yep. Even though the music blaring out there, I can still hear a train coming. It's a funny thing. Should be hearing them on scanner in a few minutes. I'm sorry that I did not count the air train on scanner earlier, about an hour ago. It should have, but, you know, kind of did suck that I'm a little late on it. That him. I know what train that is. But yeah. I'm going to call another guy that I was talking to earlier. Internet issues. But yeah. Okay. Combi got a train out. We about to go by. Ironically, yep. If that's southbound, I was looking at earlier. It looks like we're going to have a meetup. right here. If y'all don't know, meaning I got it. If I do Rail Phantom later on the week, I'm going to have to be looking out for train meetups. Now, that saying, when Rail Fannin, oof, it's pretty annoying. But yeah. Let me record. Their train going by outside. But yeah, it's in that the bin. There we go. So Ben can see what I'm seeing. But, or not Ben, but my other friend. But I'll be honest. It's crazy on what's going on. That train is stopping, meaning we're going to have a meetup. That for sure. No doubt about it. That's something I'm already seeing coming a mile away anyway. But yeah. He is definitely stopping. Let me try to get Tom back on. But what just that he said, it's so freaking true. It's just mind-boggling when you just think about it. Because we could be, with that one guy earlier, we could be having damn good rail system right now. I'll be honest. And the shitstorm that are going to be happening the October and November, it's going to be pretty shitty. I already see it coming, you know? I already see it coming. But, yeah. So, I'm already seeing a shitstorm happening. But, yeah. I'm probably going to try to go ahead and get to our way and, you know, eat while I'm on live stream. So, yeah. But, yeah, Rail Phantom magazine. Got some good stuff on it. It's not a long one. It's about 47 pages. It's pretty short, I'll be honest. Oh, yeah, I hear another train coming. I mean, it's definitely going to be a meetup, that for sure. But, yeah. But let me go ahead before I call any more people to get that out of the way. Moved it over here. But, yeah. Did it back in 2016 when the last coasters on Amtrak were in use. I would love it to have seen them. You know? Damn, Sam, that I will never get a chance. But look at cool photos. You got the Susquehanna. Cool. You got the Malcos on the bottom. But yeah, and I got a heritage unit. Well, far, but check these photos out. That's cool. I'm more of a sunrise person, but sunset in that photo too good. Could have been better. Old stuff. There's some cool stuff right here, and look. But yeah, still cool when you think about it. But yeah, Amtrak stuff. So cool. Got some stuff right here. I love Baldwin switchers. They're I call an Alco switcher, to be brutally honest. There's some good street cars too. In not New Jersey, but Pennsylvania. NJ Transit, if you know what I mean. Ooh, it's on the back. But yeah, but check all this out. That's damn cool, if I say so myself. But yeah. Pretty cool when you look at this shit. Pretty fucking badass, if I say so myself. I would have been able to catch D on video when they were around. Because I'll be honest, they did look fucking awesome. That for sure. The Welland and Lake Erie Railroad. Pretty cool. Yeah. Pretty cool shit right here. Yeah. Whew. I'll be on reason why I did the live stream at this time today, because I got work at 7 in the morning. That damn reason why. But check this up out right here. They're crazy. If I say so myself. I'll be honest. Some of this stuff is fucking crazy. I'll be honest about that. A little train wreck right there. That was CXX. Not surprised. Oh, rest in peace did play. That depot did was torn down a couple of days ago on Virtual Railfan. If y'all watched that, that was it. Oh my god. R.I.P. I'll be honest. It looked fucking sad, but yeah, but look at it. Pretty cool. Not crazy. Ooh, that'll white out. That beautiful but cool at the same time. Same with the. Oh, look like you're getting ready to start moving again. But yeah. Yep, he moving. Meaning our train now starting to come in. But check this out. It's sad that the U-boats are going through what they're going through, but hopefully some of them are reused into the hydrogen and battery operated locomotive, because those are going to be cool. Look at this. That's cool in itself. The train that is probably getting ready to pass it one is probably IO32, the intermodal up to New Jersey. But yeah. Ooh, you can hear him wrangling his engine. But yeah, but let me get my noodles. Particularly my. Ooh, yeah, that smells good. But yeah. Oh yeah, and you can also hear DPU. I mean, he'll arc in overtime. Going into full throttle. That good. T-Chains with $1. They're pretty good for what they are. Yep. Get a meetup. And there the DPU. Might get at the IO. I mean, not IO, but train that is going by on the side and on track 2, what I can see is M409. Or not M409, but M401 to be more exact. Coming in on track 2, and the train that is going by on track 1 with the main, which I'm looking at right now. Is IO32. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. But yeah, in a meet right now. I'm surprised that the air train have not started talking on the scanner yet. Which I'm paying attention to, if y'all know what I mean. I've not called this milepost yet. I'm not gonna lie, that is good. But yeah, let's get to our next guest, or what one of our guests on earlier. Yep. And yep. That a IO
13 clear, Ravenel on number 1 track north.
That him. But yeah. But I'll be honest. On it. The class ones are going to have a shitstorm in October and November. It's going to be pretty shitty, and the only one to blame is themselves, because they created it for themselves, and they could have solved the problem, but they didn't.
Excuse me, David?
Yeah, Valley too?
I'm gonna get my bacon.
I don't look going to market. Go by. Alright?
Now,
Enjoyed it?
But
yeah, it's pretty good.
409,
Oh, you.
401.
Yep.
401. Alright.
Said it. 401.
Mom, as usual.
Unless JW down for the labor report. Yeah, I'll do.
Ooh. You having a hard time seeing. But yeah. But it's a crazy.
Excuse me.
Get inside, Valley too.
Thank you.
Being at the girl who made the memes come up. Remember the train memes and the suburbanite memes?
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm. Belly poo.
yeah, I'm in Discord rarely, so I'm sorry. I suck
Mhm.
at being active at Discord, but I'm so good at doing memes like
Mhm.
these.
Well, what tried to see a Griffin? What tried to get Griff on?
Oh, Griffin? Oh, it was weird.
Yeah, let's sweep in here, Belly poo.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry that I'm distracted to watching this both trains go by. It's funny if those trees would cut down where I'm pointing at. Well, let me show y'all. Out there, if those trees would cut down, you would see it a lot easier out there. But the tracks are right. The tracks are right there. You guys probably can't see them because of the brightness and other shit. But I bet you're behind if those trees were cut down, and it was not that bright, you would probably see them. But yeah. Let me go back to Discord. But yeah, it's just crazy when you did think about it. That I'll be on it about. I'm going to try to get Pensy fan with AKA from the Pensy article. Hey, YouTube channel, if y'all know what I mean. But yeah, I'll be honest. Stuff that is going on right now, it's just so freaking insane. And that I'll be honest about. We need to think about it. Because just with the crazy shit going on, if y'all know what I mean. Food lover galore. Food lover galore with a group. But yeah, I'll be honest. What's up that is going on right now? It's just crazy. Let me get Griffin on. I'm trying to call Griffin. But yeah. But it's been a crazy time. Because I'll be honest, some of the crazy stuff that are happening with the railroads right now, it's been mind-boggling. Like, CXX outfit, I'm bringing it up from earlier. I do see them struggling. They might survive or they might just fall. Even though they did make a PowerPoint to buy Pan Am, or not Pan Am, but, Pan Am to be more exact. To run train all the way up to Maine down to Florida. But I'll be honest, they're going to burn a lot more money just repairing the track up there. That I'll be on about. But it's just been crazy when you think about it. But yeah. That I'll be on about. And I do see a very bad crap storm happening with class 1s. Now, yeah. Oh, no. Yes. Let's see what Ben is up to. I'm busy at the moment. I cannot call. Ah, Pindy fan. Dang it. Oh, that's fine with me. But yeah, I'll be on it. It's a crazy. We're out with Nigel World's town 3 weeks ago, but not 3 months ago. Oof. Sorry about that. But I'll be on it. We've really been screwing up. And that I'll be on it about. Now, I will now start bringing up the shitstorm that are going to be happening. What I'm going to try today, but I've been getting confused with earlier. With it, Brightline down in Florida. They're doing good. Hold it. Do you want to talk about Brightline real quick on my live stream? But I did bring it up. Brightline is doing so damn well, and when they open up this December, because they're ahead of time, when they open up their Orlando attention from Palm Beach to Orlando, I'll be honest, there's going to be a shitstorm happening this December with the airline. And it's not going to be good for the airlines. That I'll be on it about, because the airlines are going to have some pretty brutal stuff happening. And it's going to be good. That I'll be on it about. I'll be on it, this shit is good. Val got me into the Asian food. But yeah, now that boat train's passed, I'll be on it about. But yeah. Trying to get some of our guests online. But Dana, I am looking forward to the shitstorm that are going to be happening this December with Brightline. That I'll be on about. The shitstorm that are going to be happening this December, that the airline are going to go through, that Brightline is going to bring, it's going to be glorious. Because the airline, they had it coming to them. And the downfall is going to begin in Florida. That I'll be on about. And I'm looking forward to that. The shitstorm that I'm not looking forward to is one with the Class 1's railroads. That I'm not looking forward to, because of the ignorant and stupidity that they've done over the last couple of years. That I'm not looking forward to. Alright, I guess he have an internet issue, meaning that's probably it for him for today. But, yeah. But this shitstorm that is happening, it's gonna be fucking crazy. And I'm probably busy. Probably try to call Elizabeth one more time. But I am looking forward to the shitstorm that going to be happening in December because it needed to fucking happen. It needed to fucking happen because the airline, they need to be punished for shit that they did. Or for me call today, I got the internet acting up where they are. But yeah. But I am looking forward to the shitstorm that are going to happen. That I really do mean. Nope. Because the airline, they have it coming to them. Like, they really do have it coming to them for all shit that they did. But, yeah. Let me try to get my... It's crazy, I'll be honest. But, yeah. Buddy. Hold on, I need to check. That I'll be on about. Hey, buddy, you doing good?
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome to the live stream, bud.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what do you think about the FRA making it mandatory to have one-man crew? Or not one-man crew, but two-man crew. I meant two-man crew.
A two-man crew, I think it's good.
Yeah, I am dead against the one-man crew thing because we can't have another like mechanic train disaster happen. Am I right?
You're right. And if you watch,
Thunderbolt.
Well, here's the thing. Recently there was
on Virtual Rail Fan Cam. I know what one you're talking about.
Kansas, the junction down there in Kansas
Yes.
City.
I seen that too, man. That was too fucking close.
That's the prime example of why there should be a two-man crew.
Mm-hmm. Prime example. Am I right?
It is. Yeah, and they ran the signal.
To imagine if that was one-man crew on both trains. You know, like both trains had one person operating both of them. That would have been disastrous.
Yeah, and you know what? They relieved that crew too, and they got another crew on board.
Mm-hmm.
So I would bet that those two probably got
terminated.
Suspended.
Probably or they probably got terminated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the FRA
probably. Well, I think what they have to do is they would have to have an internal investigation first to find out why they ran the signal, what distractions that may have happened that caused them to run the signal.
And you know, funny thing is, they're saying, because we have PCS or positive train control, they're saying because we have that, we could do one-man crew. That's a fucking lazy ass, stupid excuse. Am I right?
Yeah.
Because all it takes is someone doing an EMP or a cyber attack to screw everything up. Am I right?
Yeah.
But
I mean, but I'm glad that the FRA has stepped up and said, "Hey, let's keep it as two-man crew." And a lot of other people, are like, "Are you stupid? Are you crazy?" And I'm like, no, we're not crazy. We're not stupid. It should be that way because
because what?
like what happened at KC Junction here in Kansas City.
And in Lac-Méganic back in 2013, because if you remember what happened in Lac-Méganic, they were doing one-man crews, and when that train tied down for tonight, I'll be honest, if they had a two-man crew, they would have someone walking all the way down the train, putting the brakes on what the other one made everything okay, but because it was one per, and then he did not did the full thing of it, and when the locomotive caught on fire before everything happened, and when that happened, the fire department came in, they put the fire out, but, tried the emergency field set off, reached all the brakes on the whole train would cause it to be a runaway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because of that, culminating on all that, like, think about it, if they had a two-man crew, that would have never fucking happened. And that was on a Class 2 or a regional railroad. Am I right?
Yeah.
And the Class 1s are trying, let's do one-man crews. Oh my God, I'm starting to hate the Class 1s. I went for regionals and Class 3s over Class 1s because the only two I do think are good at KCS and CP, with both of them are, merging,
Yeah.
And they should be done by next year with the full-on merge, We're just waiting on the new paint scheme, am I right?
Yeah. And you know what? They may not even, they may go with just the full red. I mean, what that CP has. I mean, that could be, or it could, it could be a whole new, whole new paint scheme.
Well, they are talking about a whole new paint scheme because it's going to be, they're not keeping both names, meaning CP and KCS are officially going to be two fallen flag railroads. So that two Class 1 going down and becoming a new Class 1,
Yeah, and the good thing about this is, Kansas City. That's also the interchange point between both railroads. And Knoch Yard is they call it like Knoch Yard joint. Joint something. I can't remember the full term of it. Joint agency or something. Yard or something. Because that's where both CP and KCS do their operations.
I know. And the thing is that I'll be on it, KCS and Kansas City are good. And here again, I used to love BNSF until they started pulling all their shit. And it all began when they took over Montana Rail Link. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I was fucking pissed. Because I don't know how the FRA did not count that as monopoly. Because one, now BNSF have 95% control over Montana. Can you believe that? That's some fuckery right there, not a red flag,
Right. And and it's Warren Buffett's company, and I don't know if Warren Buffett would give a care.
I know, but they need to crack down on him, Guy is a fucking scumbag. Am I right?
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, he need to be dethroned. And the thing is that with that high-vis policy, that policy that they've been doing?
Oh, the
high-vis policy. I do not agree with that because that right there should count at treating your workers like crap,
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, got the American Engineering Union, or the Railroading Union of Railroad Workers. They were
BLET, you mean?
Yeah, the big union that is across the nation with railroad workers.
Yeah.
They were supposed to go on strike at the beginning of August across the nation. 95% of the worker of the Class 1s were supposed to go on strike on every Class 1 railroad. And the government freaked out about it and said, all right, we could do a 30-day cooling down period, so the strike won't begin until September, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's stupid because you just set even more frame to a fire, made it even bigger, you know?
Yeah, and I think what happened is if they did go on strike, you thought that the recession was bad or inflation was bad. Wait till everything comes to a halt on the rails.
Well, they're already expecting that for to October and November because they're expecting a new supply chain shortage later on the year, you know?
Mm.
And they're expecting it because of how the railroad acted. And the government, even though the government accepted in, if I was the government, instead of trying to defend the railroad or the crap one with their bullshit, I would crack down on them. And the first railroad that I would make an example of to make them clean up their act is BNSF. Because, let's be honest, BNSF is one that triggered it, you know? They put the bullet in and they triggered the gun, am I right?
Yeah.
Like with the high-vis policy, because the high-vis policy, what both the Ford and FRA do, you know, allow them to do one-man crews, but the FRA seen through it and made the right decision, you know?
Right.
And then what I'll say, if I were the president of the United States, I would go after Warren Buffett and you know, nationalize BNSF. I would take that railroad from him and then nationalize it. Put him in jail because, let's be honest, he needed to be in jail for shit he pulling. You know?
Right.
Because, let's be honest, stuff that he's doing could be counted as a crime. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Warren Buffett need to go to jail for his shit because the guy is corrupt.
Well, I think anybody could be. I think anyone could be probably corrupt and stuff, and then we just don't even know it.
And here, Jane, like, here what I would say. Look, what if you guys keep on trying to put one-man crew or do what BNSF did with the high-vis policy, trying to screw over your worker and keep on cutting? I will nationalize you too. And either you clean up your act and stop pleasing your investors, or I will nationalize all of y'all. Am I right? That would probably make them piss their pants and cooperate, you know?
Yeah, and you know what the other thing that needs to be done is they need to eliminate this precision scheduled railroad.
It need to be illegal. It need to be illegal, you know?
Yeah, they need to eliminate that, make it illegal, whatever. I think it's just a bunch of BS.
Because it's cutting corners. They're literally cutting corners.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
And there's the thing. Also, the other thing I would do if I were president is that I would crack down on their investors, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the thing is that the investors are also the reason why, too, you know? And Wall Street, there's actually a meme going around. Let me send you the meme of what Wall Street is actually doing to our railroad system, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest. These people who need to go to jail, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, let's be honest, they're killing off our rail system, and when it's all said and done, it's going to be awful, and we cannot put everything on semi-trucks. Semi-trucks are not even economical, you know?
No, they're not. They're not.
And everybody say, oh, put everything on trucks. Fuck that. Fuck that stupidity. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't put everything on 18-wheelers and stuff and ship them places, and that's why we got the rail industry. I mean, you get there faster.
And here,
the rail industry.
And here's something funny. Like thing is, we almost had a new Class 1 with Montana Rail Link. You remember that? I found the meme. But they were so close to becoming a Class 1, and they did not want it to be a Class 1, and I seen the reason why.
Yeah.
Because Union Pacific not Union Pacific, but BNSF would have screwed them even faster, you know? Because think about it, BNSF, because they would have been a Class 1, would have been able to deny them freight, you know? Just, we can take it around y'all. We can take it around y'all. Am I right?
Yeah.
But I'll be honest. BNSF was really fucking dirty on when they took over Montana Rail Link. That was some fucking dirty shit right there. You know?
Yeah, it's I don't know what the deal, I don't know, I don't know if they just wanted, what was it? It was kind of like a lease or something, I think.
Yeah, the lease was supposed to go for about 80 to 90 years, but BNSF were not having it because they were under the old predecessor, Burlington and Northern, or BN. And the thing is that they didn't like it because they had to get their train over to not BNSF, but Montana Rail Link, with a regional.
Yeah.
And, you know, fucked up thing is they tricked Montana Rail Link into abandoning one section that would have gave them another link to interchange with a different railroad that would not BNSF, that would have connected them to Union Pacific down on the, you know, east-west area of Montana, on the other side of the mountain range, going down to Idaho and Utah. They kind of screwed that one up, saying, that line is not efficient enough, and they tricked Montana Rail Link into abandoning it, which was stupid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that pissed me off, because Montana Rail Link could have been a Class 1 and could have interchanged with another railroad. Heck, they could have extended down into Idaho and Utah even farther, you know?
Yeah.
Making them even bigger and making it harder for BNSF to try to take them over, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And also the other reason why was because the president of the railroad, he was in his 80s, you know, old age. That was another factor, Joe. They actually waited him out until he got old. It was kind of fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
Heck, if I was someone who had a lot of money, I would have bought Montana Rail Link and, you know, talk to the senator of Montana and tell them, hey, if we can get this area reopened, we can bring in a lot more business and, you know, economy to the area. With they're actually trying to bring that area back up, but in a passenger mode, you know.
Right.
And I'll be honest, if I did that, it would have worked, you know. The point is that.
David.
Yes, 1 minute, my mom. Yes.
Okay.
I will in a couple of minutes. Sorry about that. My mom will ask me something, buddy.
Okay, that's fine.
Mom, I'm live streaming right now.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that Montana Rail Link, they could have did a power play and could have prevented it, but, you know, BNSF tricked them, you know?
Right.
Heck, I used to look up to that railroad until they started doing their BS crap.
Right.
Can you get
well, I tell you what.
I will.
The one railroad that's really going to be.
I will in a bit.
That is going to be a great economic boost is going to be the merger with CP and KCS, because they want to go. I think they want to go all the way down to Mexico, the ports down there, and up to Chicago and wherever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And with the ports out toward, I think it's Vancouver and even the East Coast and stuff. So,
yeah.
I think this merge will be a great asset for the ports and stuff.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, even though KCS and Kent and CP are going to be falling flag, meaning that 2 Class 1s going, and they'll be forming a new Class 1, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that 2 fallen flags right there that are Class 1.
Right.
And Pan Am and Montana Railway with a regional, that 2 fallen flags Class 2 railroads, you know, with a damn shame, you know?
Yeah.
We really screwed up. Like, hell, I understand why Pan Am had to go because, let's be honest, Pan Am was not doing so well.
Right.
Heck, I only caught them about a month ago, or technically a couple of weeks to a month ago. I caught them bringing some of the Pan Am coaches from their CEO train down to Waycross coming through South Carolina on the A line.
Mm-hmm.
Caught them on video on my YouTube channel.
Wow.
And
well, I tell you, they're starting to revitalize some of the dark territories here in Iowa already, especially the Davenport subdivision of the CP between Nahant Yard and up to where CTC Deer Creek is, and that section Deer Creek up to Goshen is all CTC.
Well, that is a pretty good sign it's up to come, you know?
Yeah, and even if it doesn't, even if the merger doesn't go through and stuff, they'll still have that system installed and it'll be beneficial.
Now, I will be honest, I do think that Iowa Interstate, you know, the railroad that goes through where you are, the Iowa Interstate?
Yeah, Iowa Interstate, the regional, the old, them running the old Rock Island line between Chicago and Council Bluffs.
I do eventually see them becoming a Class 1. I do see it eventually happening.
Yeah, I don't know if they will be anytime in the future because they are really doing an outstanding job. If you look at the carloads per year, I mean, they are making a profit.
I know.
Of their own, and they are doing well for a regional railroad.
Mm-hmm. Like, regional railroads are actually making a pretty big comeback. Like, there are more regional railroads popping up every year.
Yeah, and, Iowa Interstate's one, and then you got the AOK down there in Oklahoma and Arkansas. That's another one.
Yeah, the Arkansas-Missouri Railroad. Like, heck, I find the Arkansas-Missouri Railroad cool. I would love to go there because they have Alco and FD70 working together, and you don't see that anywhere else.
And then you got one place I want to go visit is down there in Mississippi with that I think it's a short line or regional, I don't remember. But they've got the Rock Island locomotives down there.
Oh, that is. You know that the rebirth of the Rock Island Railroad, it actually, because Union Pacific don't have the name when they bought the rail system, because that means someone could have just brought it and bring back the railroad with what amazing what they did. It did happen. Not Montana Railway, but the Rock Island is technically a Phoenix Railroad. You know, come back from the ashes. Am I right?
Yeah, and Iowa Interstate is also, they kind of like brought back the Rock Island as well with their own locomotives themselves.
Mm-hmm.
When the 25th anniversary, 513.
Now I'll be honest with the one down in Mississippi. With that out would be in the actual Rock Island Railroad because they're actually doing it down there. They're that mean all the other people that have the heritage unit, they're gonna have to give them to the actual one down in Louisiana. Am I right?
And I was hoping that one of these days that maybe Iowa Interstate will make a bankruptcy blue locomotive, you know, and if it does come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
But right now they've got the 513 and then they got the 516, which everybody calls the McDonald's unit because it looks like it was birthed out of McDonald's.
I know. The only Heritage units I catch are Amtrak Heritage units. I have never caught any of the Norfolk Southern Heritage units, but I have caught a lot of the CXX sticker units, you know?
I've caught 18 out of the 20, I think 17 or 18 out of the 20 Norfolk Southern units already.
Dude,
there's like one or two of them I have not got yet. And my thought is this. Whenever, if I hear a heads up and it's within an hour's drive from me, I'll be there.
Oh, I'll be honest. It's sad on what happened to the Southern Railway Heritage unit.
Yeah.
I'm praying to God.
Hey, don't let the dogs out about 9 o'clock, okay? Let me go out one more time.
Alright, Mama. Sorry about that, my mom. But I'll be honest. It was sad what happened to the Southern Railway Heritage unit.
It is, and the thing is, it was negligence, I think.
Yeah,
It had to be negligence.
Love you.
Love you, brother.
Love you, love you.
But I'll be honest. I'm not sure if they're going to rebuild the locomotive. I'm praying to God that they do. My brother in the background, but I'm not sure if they're going to rebuild him. You know, but I'm hoping they do.
They might. They just got to get some finances. Stuff, and after all this sewer and stuff goes by, I think they will.
Because
it'd be nice.
Because I remember there have not been any news on the Southern unit in 6 months. You know, there have not been any news on him.
Yeah, I know.
I know he's.
And the other thing is, a lot of these owners out here are crying over the fact about AB 99. I mean, come on, put a sock in it. It's just a locomotive. I mean, you've got everything else out there. I'm glad I caught that one, even though it was trailing. I caught it up in Eastview.
Well,
NSF train.
To be honest, I have never caught any of the Norfolk Southern Heritage units, but I did caught their Southern F7 unit at North Carolina Transportation Museum when I was younger. That I'll be honest about.
Yeah. Well, I need to get off here because I need to get dinner down my throat here.
Alright, buddy. So I'll talk to you later, man.
Alright, good to talk to you.
Later. Zach. But
I'm so
Drunk.
drunk.
Yep.
Mama, not on the live stream.
You're not on live
It
stream.
is. You know, last time you got 3 people.
Don't turn it around.
Oh, baby cream. Zach.
But yeah.
Why is the weather rain?
So I got the one.
But I'll be honest. It's a bit crazy because Norfolk Southern really screwed up.
What?
Heck, now if they scrap that locomotive, they're going to have a lot of angry rail fans.
Stop.
They are.
Stop it.
They're going to have a lot. They are going to have a lot of angry rail fans and people who fund the railroads, who fund them for their heritage unit. They're going to have a big marketing disaster right there.
Lay down, Mom. I smell
That I'll be honest
I
about.
smell Tony breath. Let me.
Listen, there ain't nothing wrong with you.
But yeah.
You kick my chicken.
You want to kick your
Well, let's
chicken?
try.
I want to cook my chicken.
Alright, let's try calling
It's not like you said you want to kick your chicken.
in another call.
Let me cook my chicken.
But
Okay, go.
I'll be honest. Some of the stuff that is going on, it's crazy.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
All right, good night, Mama.
Oh,
All right.
oh Lord.
Brightline. Do you want to talk about Brightline on my live stream? But yeah, but a lot of crazy stuff that been going on. All right, let's call Brightline fan, see if he on or if he busy. But I'll be honest, some of the crazy stuff that are going on right now are mind-boggling. That I'll be on about. And it's mind-boggling to think about. But yeah. Whew. Alright. He busy. Alright. Only in chat. Alright. Well, he don't do Brightline fan is busy. But yeah. I'll be honest, some of the crazy stuff that been going on, it's just mind-boggling. Now, what I was saying earlier about Brightline, real quick again, is that they're going to be a shitstorm this December when they fool. Alright, join the call.
Thank you.
Oh, come on, man. What about me?
Hey, bro.
Hey, man, you doing good?
I'm good. Sorry about that. I was way too busy.
It's understandable. Heck, I'm doing a live stream early today because I gotta be at work at 7 tomorrow in the morning.
I see. I was taking a little break from the cell phone.
I understand, man. Zach, you're making that.
So what are you going to talk about today?
You remember the FRA ruling on the Class 1s and, not allowing them to the one-man crews and making it mandatory to have two-man crews?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Well, if you have something that you want to buy for Christmas this year, you're going to have to buy it right for October because they're expecting a supply chain shortage to begin in October through November. And this time it's not because of ships, but it's because they don't have that many people working on the railroads,
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, it happening. Because BNSF, Union Pacific, and all the big Class 1 railroad trying to push for one-man crews, and that high-vis policy and having their worker to quit. Because of that it's going to be creating a supply chain shortage this October, So because of that, it's going to be a bad Christmas year, you know what I mean?
Oh boy, yeah, we have first it was like the ships, now the trains.
Yep.
Dang.
And you can blame it on the Class 1 railroads and BNSF trying to do the high-vis policy in one-man crews,
Well, there's going to be a lot of shortages. I can tell. I'm sure of that.
And I'll be honest, if I was the President of the United States, if I wanted to solve this, if I was the President of the United States, I would crack down on the Class 1 and their investors, That I would do, Because let's be honest, the Class 1s are out of control right now. Am I right? And that's the problem. They're out of control and they're abusing their power. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right, actually. By the way, where's Demetrius? He should have started a live stream long ago.
I know. I'm surprised that he have not been talking about any of this stuff.
Oh my gosh, he might be on the gym or something. Like he's.
Well, they're probably another. I'm sorry, can you go get the beer and stuff from outside? But I think I know the reason why, Dimitri, and it have to do with Holly from what happened last August.
Yeah. Hey, I felt bad for him for the loss of Holly.
And you know, them two were engaged.
Oh.
That even more terrible. Like he became a widow before he even got married. That's awful.
That's the nail in the coffin right there. That's a bummer.
I know.
Wow.
And the thing is that August 17th will make about a year that within 4 days since Holly died. So I'm
dang
I'm sorry. That probably.
You can continue.
That's probably the reason why Dimitri have not been doing any live stream lately. But also, he been having a new job, you know?
Wow.
Like, with all that in combination, like, well, when was the last time that Dimitri was on?
Yeah, last time was at July 4th or July the 3rd.
Yeah, July 3rd.
That was a lot. That was his last live stream.
I know, and it's been over a month, you know?
Yeah.
I know he's going through a lot with it being almost over a year since Holly died, you know?
Yeah.
And that
I hope he'll come back near September.
I know.
I hope.
Well, Dimitri need to catch up on what's been going on because right after that live stream, a lot of crap hit the fan in the railroad.
There's a lot happening. Amtrak has received the first 2 locomotives in its new library. I know you've seen that, right?
No, they don't go along my line. We probably won't get them for another 4 more years on here, you know?
Yeah, I've seen those libraries, but they're pretty cool. They're pretty better than Amtrak. Amtrak's current library.
I know, and the thing is that I'll be honest, like maybe in 2 years we'll probably be seeing them on the auto train first, you know? We'll probably see them on the auto train first, then the Palmetto, and then the Silver Meteor. Or technically, we probably won't be seeing those on the Silver Meteor or the Palmetto because they will have dual modes on them. Like the Silver Meteor and the Palmetto will have dual mode locomotive, like electric and diesel mode.
They could actually add the Silver Star as well, which passed through South Florida as well.
Yeah, so my point is that I do see seeing the dual modes, you know? That would probably be another 4 to 5 years from now with the dual mode. Like, we'll probably be still seeing the MP15 for another 5 more years, so me and my wife better get those Amtrak locomotives before they are gone like the dodo bird, you know?
Yeah. Also, I've seen some plans for the Cascades, the Surferliner, and other corridor routes, such as the Ethan Allen Express.
Oh yeah,
I could see those with venture cars already.
I know, and saying it, they're going anything that connect to the Northeast corridor and have to transfer over to electric locomotive are not going to have to transfer over to electric locomotive in a couple years because they're planning for dual modes, you know, like diesel and the electric, where they can swap from diesel to overhead catenary.
Yeah.
I do see that happening. Like, I straight up see it happening. It's going to be another couple more years before we get those locomotives. But
yeah, that's true.
The only train I do see getting new Amtrak locomotives that are not dual modes that are built for long distance on my line is the auto train. You know?
Yeah, I can see that coming.
Yeah, that'll probably be in probably about a year to 2 years from now. We'll make that even more unique on the line for a bit. You know?
Speaking of the auto train is the only train that uses superliners east of Chicago.
Actually, not quite. The other train that do it from Washington D.C. to Chicago, you know.
I'm talking about the superliners. I haven't seen those coaches. I haven't seen the Silver Meteor using those coaches before, right?
Nope. There are only another train on the East Coast that uses that, and that train coming from Washington D.C. to you know, let me remember to Chicago, you know.
Oh, okay.
There's only one other train that do it, and it's from Chicago to Washington D.C. I can't remember what that train is called, but that's the only other one. Now, we used to have the Sunset Limited that came from Miami to head to Los Angeles. That used to do it, you know, until...
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And damn CXX screwed it up by giving that line to another railroad, you know?
Norfolk Southern, is that correct?
Nope. The regional.
The regional railroad? I haven't heard about that railroad.
In a new regional railroad that did started up last year in Florida. Danny Harmon did a video on it.
Is it
the old
Central?
Yeah, it that new railroad, and it on the old CXX. I mean, you know, the Dark Signal section that go. I can't remember. It comes from Tampa, heading all the way to New Orleans, along the coast.
I haven't figured out that railroad, so basically I might have to look it up.
But yeah, but I'll be honest, there's some crazy crap happening right now with the Class 1s. And the 6th one that are going to be happening this October and November and not going to be a good one for the Class 1.
It's going to be a heck of a roller coaster ride.
Oh, yes.
This is less of a train ride and more of a roller coaster ride.
And I'll be on it after this. I have to assume the government is going to start cracking down on the Class 1 and their investors.
Yeah, that's true.
My bet is that after all this said and done in the new year, the government is going to crack down on the Class 1s. And that I do see happening because, let's be honest, the Class 1s, they've been screwing up lately, you know? But, yeah. Now, I do see a lot of Class 1 being fallen flag. What railroad do you think going to be, what Class 1 railroad do you think going to be the next fallen flag?
I think the first one might be the NSF.
I have to agree with that because of the high-vis policy and stuff that they're doing, making all their worker quits.
Yeah, those guys are the first ones to screw it up. It was their idea.
Yep, and the government are probably going to come after them first and crack down on them. So,
true.
And what do you think next railroad that is going to be a fallen flag that is Class 1?
Probably the Union Pacific.
Oh, yep. I hate to, even though they've been around for over 150 years.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been getting cheap.
That's the former Transcontinental Railroad.
I know, and they've been getting cocky, you know? Way too cocky, am I right?
Right.
The thing that I see happening is that they either get merged with another railroad, or the government take them over, you know?
I see.
Because
this might be another rebirth of Conrail.
Yep.
but a much bigger, but a much larger scale.
Oh yeah, I do see CXX very making it through it, very surviving. I do say that they're 50-50 right now. They either going to come out of it unscathed or they're going to be a fallen flag. CXX, I do see probably going to barely make it through, you know?
Yeah, I could possibly see Norfolk Southern going out too. Well, not going out. Probably
going
50-50 chance.
Yeah, chance. Now here at Tin with Norfolk Southern, I do see them becoming back into a regional railroad. I do see that probably going to happen, you know? Well,
we could actually see a rebirth with CSX. I could actually see a rebirth of the chassis system and the seaboard system. Who knows?
Heck,
that could be in the line that could be in the drive in the cloud. I don't know.
Like, and let's be honest, like with the Class 1 getting too big and the government finally getting sick and tired of it, he going to say, that is, we're breaking y'all up, you know?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, back to it. Back to it. It was back to it. Back to the old lines. I mean, I could see chassis forming and seaboard.
Mm-hmm. Now, Janet, I do see a lot of new Class 1s probably popping up after this, you know?
And I see.
Like,
I could see. Okay, continue.
Like, what railroad do you see becoming a Class 1?
There's a lot to choose from. The Florida East Coast is not an option here. I don't see them becoming a Class 1 very soon.
I hate to say it, but I have to agree with that because I do think because they was a Class 1 at one point. They was.
They were a Class 1.
And saying that it could happen again with them making a comeback, you know? Heck.
Yeah, I could.
Because their whole line is officially going to be double tracked from Miami to Tampa. Or not Tampa, Jacksonville. I mean Jackson City. You know.
Oh, okay. Basically, I could see them. They're actually building. They're okay right now. They're at Class 2 right now. So basically, that makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually building. Well, they are actually they're actually focusing on Brightline right now.
Yeah, and Jane, it's that Brightline and the Florida East Coast are owned by the same company.
If they're in the Class 1, if FEC becomes a Class 1 railroad, then that means that Brightline could probably extend service to all the nation. All throughout the Southeast.
Yes.
Who knows?
Exactly, they're already doing that with their plan to build Brightline West out in Florida and Nevada, you know?
Yeah, that's the Southwest. I'm talking about the Southeast. I'm talking about the states of Florida, Georgia,
South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Now
the Southeast.
Now I do see when December hit, when they get to Orlando, that when the shitstorm are going to happen with the airline. I do see the downfall of the airlines happening this December.
Especially the domestic market, because I could see Velo, Breeze, JetBlue, Spirit, American, Delta, United, all of those airlines are going to crumble.
Mm-hmm. And first rate, it will begin in Florida. You know, the downfall will begin in Florida with that. And our city and our state are going to start looking at Florida with Brightline saying, hey, that could work here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, the second area that I'm probably going to get it is Charlotte to Atlanta, you know?
Yeah, I see that.
Because they're already in the planning phase of high-speed rail from. They're already in the planning phase of high speed, like planning out the route from Atlanta, Georgia, to Charlotte, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
I can see. Yeah, I can see that.
Because they're already in the planning phase of that, and my team is if they're already planning to do that, that means they could do high-speed rail probably before the end of the decade. Probably start building high-speed rail from there to Atlanta.
The beginning of the 2030s, or in 2030s or the 2040s.
Now I do see them if they started, because look at how fast they're getting it. They might get it done before the end of this decade. You know, they might start building before the end of this decade.
Yeah, that might be true.
Because we already planning another area from Atlanta to Savannah, with that in Georgia itself. Heck, that right there would be damn on good with Atlanta to Georgia, or not. I mean Atlanta to Savannah. You know.
Well, I've heard about the Southeast Rail Initiative. I was watching them through Facebook. I was following them through Facebook, and they're developing sleeper cars, venture sleeper cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I know, man. Now here, Jane, I do think that we could have a high-speed rail hub here in the South, and it's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. Like, I'll be on Atlanta, Georgia, it's going to be the high-speed rail hub for the South. Am I right?
Yeah.
Because if you look at
Atlanta was the railroad capital of the South.
Yeah.
Florida.
What?
Before going to Florida, you have to enter Georgia. Between Georgia and Florida, there's this gateway that's called the Florida Funnel near Folkston.
Mm-hmm. Heck,
every train that's going to Florida has to pass through Georgia.
Mm-hmm. I know any train coming from the north have to go down that way, but you have train coming from the west that don't go to Folkston, you know?
Yeah.
Because there are other routes and other railroads that don't go that way, that go to Florida from the west, but most trains do come in that area into Folkston and Waycross.
That's a rail fan hotspot.
Mm-hmm. But I'll be honest.
They also have a train watching platform there. So.
And thing is, I'll be honest, with them being a hotspot at the mid, there going to be more of them in the next decade or so if Atlanta, Georgia become a train hub. Heck, the next Amtrak corridor is probably going to be from Atlanta, Georgia to not Columbia, but Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, like if you look, if you look at the Amtrak Connect Up plan, like you can see them adding on from Atlanta, Georgia to Charlotte, North Carolina, and
I see.
And that right there, if you look at it, that right there is actually a new corridor for high-speed rail and all that. You know?
I could see that high-speed corridor connecting Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I think I could see an extension of the Excella going south.
Heck, well, they've been talking about that. That could happen in our lifetime, you know?
It could happen.
The only problem is the Class 1's railroads like CSX and Norfolk Southern. Now, they are going to be the problem.
They do not want to see electric wires going over their, over their tracks. They do not want to electrify it because it costs a lot of money, according to them.
Technically, it's much cheaper in the long run than using diesel, you know? But, and I'll be on it.
Yeah, basically.
I'll be on it. With that being expensive up front, if it's expensive up front, it's going to be cheaper in the long run, you know? Am I right?
Right.
And stuff that it may sound counterintuitive, saying, "Oh, go with the more expensive one," but it's actually more viable and much smarter than going with the cheaper one, because in the long run, the cheaper one is going to cost you more money than the one that is going to be more expensive up front. You know?
I see.
Am I right?
Haven't you? You're right. Haven't you heard about the FBI raid that happened in Mar-a-Lago?
Oh yeah, I heard about that already. I just don't want to bring any of that controversy on the live stream, but I'll be honest, that was stupid.
I'm not actually a fan of him, but dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of illegal though.
I know, but that right there did now divided the country even more, you know?
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, and that.
And by the way, no offense, Donald Trump was the best he managed the country better than Joe Biden.
I know, but here, Teen, I knew with both of them we were going to be in the crapper, you know? Either one, we were still going to get a bad deal anyway, you know? Teen, because both of them are boomers, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And the thing is, we didn't need to get the boomers out here, and we need to take control. The millennials need to take control, you know? Technically, I'm not a millennial, I'm a Gen Z, or I'm technically what you call a Zoomer, you know?
I'm actually millennial as well. I was born in the 2000s.
Oh, dude, if you were born in the 2000s, if you were born after 1996, you're a Zoomer. Anybody before 1996 is a millennial.
Oh, okay. I was not interested in calling myself a Gen Z or a millennial, but gee, I know I'm a Gen Z.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, there might be some crazies among us.
Oh yeah, you've seen in the group.
No, the Gen Zs. Gen Zs. There are some Gen Zs that are Karens, young Karens.
Oh my God, yes, I know.
Oh, there are some that think that want to eliminate us boys.
Oh my God. What we need to do is put those people into a mental hospital. To throw them away and lock the keys up, you know?
Yeah, we need to take control. Well, the next generation should actually take over the country.
Mm-hmm. I know. But I'll be honest, on it, most of the people, like, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but these girls say, "Oh, we need more rights." You guys have the same rights as us. It's just that they go out of their way to try to make themselves have more rights than us. Therefore, they can abuse us. Heck, males are the silent victims of when it comes to domestic assault. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, well, let's actually change the topic right now. Back to infrastructure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's kind of too political. But anyways,
yeah, I agree with that.
By the way, I was watching a video about the Coaster Commuter Rail back in Los Angeles, and they're actually switching to chargers that fast.
Mm-hmm. What
I wish if that would. Yeah, Siemens Chargers.
Well, they are going with the Chargers. Well, I think that's a smart decision, you know? Like, Coaster...
yeah.
Because...
on the opposite... Yeah, that's true. On the opposite side of the spectrum, we have Metra that is buying all the F40s.
Oh.
Come on, Metra! What are you thinking, Metra?
Oh, heck, Alan Visser did a video about them! Even Worldwide Rail Fan did a video about them, am I right?
Yeah, Worldwide Railfan made about videos about both of these commuter rails. Metra, I don't think Metra is thinking about the future right now, but they're actually making all of their locomotives electric.
Mm-hmm.
And they're actually trying to make an F40 that's electric.
In a battery-powered one.
Going to work.
It's going to be a battery-powered one, you know, battery-operated. But I do see that could work, but, you know, everybody who run Metra, they're trying to be cheapskate because, you know, the government is not paying them money like they should be. Being out a train out, we about to go by right now. We have a train going by. You probably want to hear it on scanner.
I wonder if, well, I guess if it's CSX or Norfolk Southern.
Yep, it's CSX.
Either of the two.
Hey, I live on the CSX-A line, you know?
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, on it, you're probably going to hear it on the scanner in a minute, but they're probably going to be a Silent Sam, what Danny Harmon called them. But I'll be honest, like, I'd see...
492, 13, 30, clear right now, correct?
Oop, you heard it?
No, I haven't heard about it. It's,
that was a scanner going off. That was M492, you know, M492, 2. Clear revenue.
Oh, okay.
But I'll be honest, you're right about stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's true. By the way, my local commuter rail, Tri-Rail, should have started purchasing those Siemens Chargers, but instead they went for a BL56. But, who cares?
And you know, Sunrail in Orlando is getting extended.
Tri-Rail is actually looking forward to expand to Brightline, and Sunrail. Meanwhile, Sunrail is also making their own project, Sunrail Corridor. Yeah,
and that's going to be connected to Brightline too. Like the Sunrail Corridor, it's going to be operating with Sunrail and Brightline on it, so you're going to have two partner trains lines right there, you know?
Yeah, but they should have had, before that, I think they should have had to think about slower rail, commuter rail. They should have had a line dedicated to that because it might be congested. That line could be congested, like the Acellas in the Northeast Corridor. I've seen New York, a lot of delays from the Acela is caused of all these, because of
the freight and commuter trains. Well,
everybody all of a sudden.
Yeah, the commuter trains in New York City.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be on it. If they do that, it's going to be about 3 to 4 tracks. It's going to be a 3 to 4 track corridor, you know?
Yeah, actually, we actually need those. The Acela needs its own dedicated track.
I know, but let's be honest. Well, how everything operating, it's going to be a different story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But I do see them working out them kinks and stuff. Like, I do see that happening, you know? To be very honest, I do see it happening, but they're probably going to work some stuff in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
But also, do you know what city in Florida going to be getting commuter rail now?
What? Jacksonville, I think. Jacksonville, I said.
Yep, Jacksonville, they're now be planning commuter rail, and it's going to be on the Florida East Coast Rail Line.
Oh, that's good. Oh boy, we got a third commuter rail. First we got Tri-Rail, the oldest commuter rail in
Florida.
We've got Sunrail, and now we got what Jacksonville's cooking up right now.
Well, Sunrail is only about 10 years old, if I'm right.
And Tri-Rail is actually started in the 90s or the 80s.
I know
Somewhere,
around the 90s is what I heard. Like they started in the 90s.
railroad was, quote unquote, was not going to last that long.
Like it was both be.
It was meant to be temporary.
It would both be temporary because they were working on widening and upgrading the interstate, but because people wanted to use it, it sucked, you know.
Yeah.
And
yeah, when more and more people using it every day, and it stuck right there.
Mm-hmm.
It became permanent.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing. Now here's something else. Sunrail began around 2008 and 2010, if I'm right. It's around between 2010 and afterwards. Am I right?
Yeah. What Sunrail has, what Tri-Rail doesn't, is actually a transit-oriented development right around their stations.
I know.
By their stations.
It's smart, but
it's smart and convenient.
Mm-hmm. I'll be on it if they want to improve that even more. What I would do, like do their extension to the Orlando International Airport. Now that will be another big hit for the airlines, you know, because you could take a Brightline train from Miami to Orlando and then transfer to a Sunrail train to your destination, you know.
Yeah. There are there might be a Sunrail transfer to another line, too.
Yeah, to Amtrak, because Amtrak goes through Orlando, too, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Now the only thing is that Brightline don't want anything to do with Amtrak, and I can't blame them, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Brightline is doing better Brightline is doing what Amtrak can't do.
What?
I know. Like, and heck, Amtrak had all that capability to work with for the East Coast to do what Brightline is doing, and they screwed that up.
Yeah, that's true. I think Amtrak should start focusing on the East and West corridor in North Florida. I guess that could probably boost some sales up for them.
Oops, sorry.
Because we haven't seen any trains that are moving up in North Florida.
I know, and Dane is that should be good. Now, here, Dane, Amtrak is making a power play and calling out CSX and Norfolk Southern in the Gulf Coast for their Gulf Coast expansion, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's a chat thing to do. Like, they're really calling them out. I find that very smart, you know? Big brain.
Yeah. Amtrak, you know that passenger rail has a priority over freight rail.
And I know,
and actually, these class ones don't even care, and they say, screw it, you have to stop your passenger trains because we're gonna run freight trains. And here's the catch. There's a catch there. These freight trains are getting longer and longer by the time.
I know.
Okay?
And I know, and Dana, if the government need to crack down on this too, I'll be honest. If the government can crack down on this, we can actually have better packer rail infrastructure, because let's be honest, we build for the car instead of the people in transit. Am I right?
Hey, and you know what? Trains have built up the United States throughout the decades.
And
I mean, the railroads were here before the interstate system.
And I know that for a fact. And saying it, when the car started coming in, the car is what started tearing our country apart. You could tell when our country started falling apart when we started doing interstates.
Yeah.
And the suburbs.
Despite that, at least you guys have a rail corridor. At least you guys have a railroad, because there are some countries that don't have a railroad and they have folded completely.
Mm-hmm.
All of the railroads have disappeared.
Heck, my wife home country, the Philippines, they do have commuter rail system in Manila, but they only have one rail system that come out of the capital down the main island to another side of the island, but that is it. Everything else is connected by roads, and what I heard is that they've been begging for rail infrastructure for years, but everybody keep on picking, who are in office, keep on picking the roads over the rail transit. Which is scummy.
In this case, here in the Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo has a metro system. It has a modern metro system built by, it's called the Metro of Santo Domingo, El Metro de Santo Domingo. And you can take a train from one station to the next. It's a subway. It's kind of like a subway system, but much more modern.
Mm-hmm.
It's built off from the Barcelona, and it was inspired by the city of Barcelona.
Mm-hmm. Hey, being a Brightline fan, I need to ask, what do you think about Caltrans in California, in the San Francisco Bay? What do you think about it?
I think they're actually electrifying their corridors.
They are. They'll have electrified train up and running by 2024. Probably before 2024.
And speaking of California, I wonder what's going on with the... I know that the California High-Speed Rail Authority is kind of getting slow. It's at a snail's pace right now.
But yeah, they finally getting the funding that they needed. You know, they finally getting it. Let's be honest, they're finally getting it. Phase 2 to Bakersfield to San Francisco finally got approved.
Yeah. That's a great relief. So, if I'm right before the end of the decade, they'll be starting construction on Phase 2 from Bakersfield to San Francisco, meaning it probably might start in 2024 or 2025, meaning they'll be working on Phase 2 because it already got approved, you know? That is true.
And not a good sign, because they could get that out of the way, and then when, you know, Brightline West start building in 2023 from Bakersfield to Las Vegas, they can actually have an interchange in Bakersfield, you know? Okay, speaking of California, also in California, if they could build a San Francisco, if they could build between Bakersfield and San Francisco, I could possibly see them going from San Francisco to Sacramento. Yeah. It's the state capital of California. Yeah, technically Sacramento is already going to be connected with the Phase 1 in the Simeon Valley, you know? Yeah. So the capital... Could that actually replace I could see that replacing the Capital Corridor route. I know, and that's going to be sad, meaning... If any rail fan who lived there wanted to catch any train operating on the Capital Corridor before it get abandoned or oofed, they better start going ahead. Or, you know, they could have, you know, commuter trains on that line, you know? Well, high speed, use the high-speed rail line, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true. Because you can't... sorry, you could say... no, yeah. You could continue. Because you can't abandon a rail line that could help, you know, because... Let's be honest, we're just abandoning stuff left and right like sore idiots, you know? Yeah, I agree with that one. Oh, by the way, did you see the memes in the group that my wife posted? Oh, yeah. Oh, my... That's your humor. I know! That made that funny. Like, you remember the one where the car dripped and had the Transit Lover and... NIMBYs and Suburbia, and then on bottom where the car turned in, it said Suburbanite. Yeah. Wow. That a funny one, am I right? Right. And by the way, you know, the first guy that actually became rail fan and riding the train was my grandfather. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't a train fan himself either. Mm-hmm. But he was born in the 40s, which is actually he's technically a boomer. I know. But although he approved,
He's the
Wait up
only
for me.
one that likes Brightline.
Hey,
And
I'm
he actually-
cooking.
Well, not all boomers are bad. It's just that the one who live in the suburbs, you know? If they live in the suburbs and if they love driving a lot, you can tell that they are a NIMBY and a suburbanite.
Yeah. I actually, there's some suburbanites that actually want the system, and I know them.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, suburbanite, they could be real idiots because they will defend anything that is car infrastructure, you know?
Yeah.
Anything that involves car infrastructure and the stuff that go with it, they will defend it. Like, who knows, like a Walmart with a big giant ass parking lot. But that they are talking about tearing down and putting a multi-use development on it. They said, "Oh, you can't build that there." Am I right?
Right.
Oh.
By the way, there's a game coming up right now. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Miami Dolphins.
Oh yeah. But before you go, man, I am looking forward to the shitstorm that it's going to begin this December in Florida, you know?
Oh, what do you mean?
When Brightline when they get fully operated from Miami to Orlando this December.
Oh, I cannot wait for that.
Oh, the airlines are going to be... Do you remember how the airlines, have you watched some of Dimitri old videos on how the airline's been trying to stop this from happening for years?
Oh yeah, they're actually afraid. I can see them squirming right now.
Oh yeah, they're going to be shitting their pants in December because, let's be honest, they can't do anything.
And by the way, I've heard I was inviting an airline reviewer to review Brightline. His name is Sandspotter.
Oh.
He has a YouTube channel.
Oh, and what does he said about it?
And he said I'm going to review Brightline soon he's going to review Brightline soon when he comes back to Florida. So I hope you'll like it.
I'm hoping you're not biased because we do have biased people who are airlines lover, you know?
No, in his airline vlogs, he usually review airlines, but he also reviewed the Tri-Rail commuter train as well. He reviewed trains as well, so basically he'll try to review the Brightline train as well. The Brightline train.
I know.
I can see that happening.
But I do see they're going to be a big hit because, let's be honest, when they happen in Florida, I would say they're going to see it and they're probably going to want something like this, you know? And the
airlines are going the domestic market is going to
tank.
Change soon.
It's going to change. All the short haul flight airlines are going to tank after this. Also, all the short haul airlines are probably going to go out of business. Let's be honest. What happened in Italy is going to happen here in the U.S. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because
they should actually. I think all the airlines should actually focus on foreign flights, international flights,
and cross country flight, but not short haul flight from cities. Like, let's be honest. You'll be waiting 2 hours and 30 minutes to get on a plane at Miami or Orlando International Airport. But if you go back before that, you have to take about a 30-minute drive from both cities. So that another hour to put on would make it already 3 hours and 30 minutes. Then you got the 30-minute flight because, let's be honest, it only takes you about 30 minutes from Miami to Orlando by plane. Am I right?
Right.
And
you know what is quite so ironic, because there is no flight between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. It's way too, it's hard to fly between those routes.
Mm-hmm.
MIA to FLL.
Yeah, and we need
There is no flight there, and Tri-Rail crushes it.
I know, and the thing about it, with it taking almost 5 hours, and exactly 5 hours by plane, even though that it only takes 30 minutes to fly from Miami to Orlando, but you got to factor in everything else. It takes almost 5 hours, you know.
Okay.
And Brightline,
yeah, I know that.
And Brightline can only do that in 3 hours, you know. In 3 hours.
Yeah.
Am I right? Brightline can do that in 3 hours at 125 miles per hour, and don't need to be high speed rail.
The airlines cannot do it. Can't even do it. Even that's not going to be close for the airlines because the airline first you got to check your bag. Second, you got to get through TSA. TSA. Oh God, no.
And don't forget about the delays and interruptions. Am I right?
Right.
But when you factor everything in, it almost 5 hours, almost 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
And
you have to waste all those hours in the process of getting to your plane.
And I'll be honest, when you factor in that and look, Zach, turn the light back on. My brother did turn the light off. There we go.
I'm sorry.
But when you factor in everything and you start looking at it, you start realizing that Brightline could do that in less than 3 hours. Heck, they could probably do it in 2 hours and 30 minutes, and that will straight up kill short-haul flights from Miami to Orlando. Meaning, let's be honest, when they do that the people up in Jacksonville, like the short-haul flight from Orlando to Jacksonville, they're going to fight tooth and nail to try to keep that even more, you know?
Yeah.
And from Tampa to Orlando too, you know?
I could see Amtrak canceling their if Brightline could actually get through Tampa, I could see Amtrak changing their route from the Silver Meteor route. That can be possible, right?
Might be, but Amtrak don't want to make that mistake because let's be honest, if they cut route that would be screwing them head over heel, you know?
Yeah, that's true. And they cannot let in. I don't see Brightline as. I think they could see Brightline as a competitor.
Yeah, I do see Brightline as a future competitor to Amtrak because let's be honest, with them doing their thing in Florida and getting ready to start doing their thing from Bakersfield to Las Vegas in California, I do see with that happening because let's be honest, Bakersfield is a big city too on the other side of Los Angeles, so that could work too, you know?
Yeah, that could work.
And Amtrak is trying to restore service from Los Angeles to Las Vegas because they're actually planning to do that later on next year to the year after that. That I do see happening, but I'll be honest. Amtrak is seeing what Brightline is doing, and they're getting worried about it because it's their future competition. Am I right? Because, let's be honest, if you're going to have competition, you're going to have to be prepared for it. Am I right about that, Brightline fan? If you know what I mean. 1 minute. Hey man, you still there? 1 minute. Well, it's still there, but I do see a crap storm happening. He probably had to do something real quick. Oh, nope. Oof. Hey, you still there, man? Something in it.
Hello. Sorry about that. It was the connection.
Oh, but what I'm trying to tell you is let's be honest, I do see Brightline being Amtrak competition, you know, their competitor. I do see that happening, you know?
Well, it's been interesting. It's an interesting conversation we had here. By the way, I had to see the game. By the way, right, let's go on track to Orlando.
Mm-hmm. But I do see, what city do you think think Brightline going to connect to after Orlando?
I could see them connecting through Jacksonville, and then from Jacksonville to, I don't know. We don't know that yet.
Because let's be honest, because with the Florida East Coast, they are already fully domaining their track from all the way from but from Jacksonville to Miami. You know.
I could also see them going all the way through the Florida Panhandle. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Well, the much more easier route to get done in less than a year once they get the from Miami to Orlando fully open. The much quicker route that I do see them get it done way faster, that are already double tracked, is from Miami to Tampa, or not Tampa, but from Orlando. Talking from Miami to Jacksonville. You know, I meant Jacksonville. My bad.
Yeah, the former the right of way of the Florida East Coast Railway.
Yeah,
all the way from Miami to Jacksonville.
I do see them getting that done first because let's be honest, with them fully already domaining the track fully almost domain from Miami towards Jacksonville. That right there is a big advantage because let's be honest, the only bottleneck that or the Florida East Coast had were from Cocoa to all the way from Palm City, you know, or Plant City.
Yeah.
Or not Plant City. Palm Beach. My bad.
Yeah, I could possibly see Plant City having a station there.
I did not mean Plant City. I mean Palm City. You know.
Oh, Palm City.
Yeah, you know where Brightline terminates at right now. The Palm City to Orlando extension.
Oh yeah.
I did not mean Plant City. My bad. That is on the other side near Tampa. You know.
Yeah.
So.
By the way.
But I do see them doing that. You know.
Yeah, they are also viewing a potential station as well.
I know.
We forgot about Port Miami.
Oh yeah.
They haven't changed that plan.
I know. That's going to be interesting, meaning that they're going to use the Florida East Coast track. It's coming off from heading to the port, you know? That I do see them using, you know?
Yeah, but actually, I think they should use a light rail system to connect that to the port.
Yeah, that could work better. Let's be honest. That could work better than having the other thing. Like, I do understand where they're coming from, but it would look better and it would actually be more economical to have commuter rail coming, like a light rail commuter streetcar system coming from the port to the station. Am I right?
Yeah. I think they should connect Miami Central to all the way down to Port Miami.
Like, that could work. And now here at Kane, with Port Miami, like, with it being a cruise ship terminal, that could work, you know? Don't have to get off the trains, you know?
Yeah. I could see another possibility. There's another possibility there. That could be the Metro Rail.
Yep. Metro Rail could work.
The Metro Rail could work. There's a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if either the Metro Mover, the Metro Rail, or the Light Rail. I guess we have three options.
Mm-hmm. Now, problem is the Suburbanite and the Boomers, you know, let's be honest, they will screw anything up. Am I right?
Yeah, they can screw anything up. They're the bananas.
And let's be honest, the Suburbanites, like, most of the Suburbanites are Boomers anyway, am I right?
Yeah. There are a few who are not Boomers.
That's true too, but it mostly the Boomers. And good news is that most of the Boomers are getting too old to run anything, and they are forced into retirement. A good thing, you know.
Oh, I hope Dimitri's Villa does a live stream in November.
Oh, I hope so too. He need to come back. He need to come back for all stuff that is going on, you know?
Yeah, there's gonna be an election coming up in November. Oh boy, this is gonna be intense, bro.
I know. That gonna be intense.
Whatever it's going on in the Senate and in the House, this is going to affect even the rail industry as well.
I know.
We know it.
Now, we don't need any new people in the FRA in the rail industry because, let's be honest, if new people get in who are crooked, that could be it, you know? We could end up with one-man crews and crowd one getting away with what they get away with.
Yeah, we cannot let the Class 1s get away with it.
And let's be honest, the FRA back in the 90s were crooked. Like, heck, there were a rail line... You know the rail line that went to Eureka from at one point? Oh wait, that right. You know that rail line in California? The one that went to the FRA, and I know it did look crooked and they covered it up. The FRA, like the rail line that run it, was going to rebuild the line after a nasty flood back in 1999. But the FRA said and told them no, you know? Wouldn't let them rebuild. But I looked at the Google map and of the area, and I could tell there was an illegal shit going along with that river after the line went abandoned. Like, let me be honest, that area is remote and wild. And they're saying, oh, replace it with a rail to trail. My forever fan of train live stream was dead against that rail to trail, you know? And I looked at it and I realized that there was some very fishy behind stuff with it, you know?
Okay, one last thing before I go. Haven't you heard of the route between Michigan and Wisconsin?
Yes.
There's high-speed routes that Amtrak is currently using, and that line could go 110 miles an hour. So basically, Amtrak is doing a little bit of progress.
I know, but
what were you saying?
Before you said that because I want to tell you, like, the rail line that used to go through that area headed to Eureka, California, was very remote, and it got destroyed by a flood back in 1999, and they had the money to rebuild it, but the FRA and the people who are running the county at the time denied them, and to find out that most of them are in some illegal business and also pot farms, you know, like making weed and all of that. So I noted that some of the people who are denying this line to be rebuilt are in the drug business.
In the truck?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Oh, God, no. You gotta be kidding me? The drug business?
Yep. Like, the people who are trying to stop that line from being rebuilt, filled from where Smart is, you know where the Smart Railroad is in California? Right where it terminates at, where the old line that used to head all the way to Eureka, California go, and they are wanting to rebuild that, but the people who live there, or technically mostly boomers and suburbanites, don't want to be rebuilt, and the people who run the weed farms up on the Eel River because of how remote it is, because if you look at where the area that they're talking about want to rebuild the line to get to Eureka, California, if you look at it, you start realizing, hey, no one want to walk through the middle of this area and a ton of shady crap can go on in that area because of how remote it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no one wants to drive there, right?
Nope. And there are roads through the area, and they say, oh, don't rebuild the railroad, it's going to destroy the natural landscape, and it's going to harm the environment. Really? You build a road through the area, and it more harmful than the railroad. Am I right?
Yeah, that's the same argument that I saw in Indiana, where they refused to build a light rail. They have issued a statewide ban on light rail.
Dumb. You know,
that was the dumbest decision I had ever heard.
Have they ever looked at it, or is it still there?
It's still there to this day.
You know,
looked at it.
You know, the person, I would love for them to investigate the person who put that ban in and get them arrested, because that right there would fall under corruption, because you're giving road transit priority, and that would fall under corruption and monopoly. You know?
And there's some NIMBYs who are opposing. There are NIMBYs who are opposing BRT. So if there's no light rail, and if there's no BRT, then what's the point of having nothing? What's the point of not improving our infrastructure?
Oh, Brightline Rail fan, I gotta send you to screen mark, because did something I had to deal with a suburbanite idiot about a couple nights ago, and you gotta.
I've read the post, and you have a point there.
What? One that I put in group?
Yeah, I have read the Facebook screenshots that you just sent in the club.
He got so pissed, he literally called me a New World Order idiot and blocked me. You seen where he called me that?
A New World Order? But we are already in the New World Order.
And here, Tane, if I don't believe. Here, Tane, if he wanted to know who really in the New World Order, he should be looking at himself. Because the New World Order, let me be honest, I don't think it's real, but I heard about some stuff that they did. The New World Order, they don't support transit, they don't support rail. They prefer everybody to be.
They don't actually. Ironically, they don't support transit.
Exactly.
They actually support their profits.
What they really support, they support people driving in a metal box or a metal case, parking in a Wasteland parking lot, going to a Walmart or anything that had a parking lot that is a suburban wasteland. They prefer everybody to live in the suburbs and, drive everywhere.
Transport.
Am I right?
No option, yeah. And having no options of no modes of transportation, no alternatives.
Now,
this is actually a monopoly this is the monopoly of the oil and gas industry.
And technically, that's the New World Order, like forcing everybody to drive everywhere, forcing everybody to park in parking lot, to lock in a building, forcing everybody to drive in metal boxes. Am I right?
Yeah, you have a point there.
And are you recording me, Valley Pooh?
Take a photo.
But I'll be honest, that guy is a total idiot, because he's the one who supports the New World Order. He's a freaking idiot. Am I right?
Yeah.
And I was going to call him out on it, but he blocked me. The guy, he knew he could. You know you're right, and they know that they're about to get shit on when they blocked you. That's the thing that I know. He did not want me to school him, because he knew I was right on everything,
Yeah. Actually, let's be real honest here. Facebook is filled with idiots, as well as Twitter and Reddit.
I know, every place is.
Yeah, that's true.
Twitter
is a flippin' mob.
Like, literally, I read his post, and I nearly busted out loud, and saying that I was going to make a comeback, calling him, saying, here's what I was going to tell him, and you really call me a New World Order idiot or follower? You should be looking at yourself. So, because one, the New World Order does not support transit. They support everybody driving in metal cars, or aka metal cages, or metal boxes. Am I right?
And they support monopolies. And they support monopolies too. And that's not just not just transit. They support monopolies.
Exactly. Saying is it that this guy was a total, and because me and my wife are autistic, it gave me every right to say the R word. He's a retarded idiot. You know?
Yeah. Oh.
Am I right?
That is true. Right.
What?
By the way, I had to go.
Alright, well, you have a night, Brightline fan. So,
alright, have a nice day.
Later, man. But yeah, alright, that was my friend right there. But what I'm saying is that the guy, like, literally, I bust out laughing on the stupidity he said, you know? Because I made a post talking about why kids don't want to go outside in this day and age. Because everything is built for the car. And he retaliated with some of the stupidest stuff that I had to laugh at. Trying to defend his stupid ideal. I'm sorry, but this dude was a total fucking idiot. And that's my point. People like him, they didn't need common sense smacked into him. And real quick, I do not believe in a New World Order, but I know some stuff about it on what people say. And be honest, if I did believe that it was real, here's what I would say. The New World Order, they're dead against transit. They're dead against walkable infrastructure. They would prefer everybody in a vehicle, technically a car, aka a metal cage or a metal box. They would support anybody going into that. They would support white, desolate, wasteland parking lots and all that stupid shit. That a New World Order shit. Heck, even in the Wolfenstein New Order game. If y'all ever played Wolfenstein, I have never played it, but I did watch gameplay of it. If you look at Wolfenstein The New World Order in the game, the reboot, you start realizing that nothing in that game is built walkability. It mostly built around cars and shit. And that when you start realizing that's what it means. So, yeah, so those people who want to call me a New World Order follower are total idiots. Because, truth is, they are the one who the New World Order idiots. That I'll be on about. So, yeah. And by the way, I do have the screenshot. And I literally called this fucking idiot out. Straight up called him out. Like, literally. That's the guy name right above there. I actually responded to him. Literally, look at this. Oh, it up. But yeah, look at that shit. The guy is a total idiot. I brought up the video on Nazi Spike, and he literally called. Look at that. Ironically, Brody did something right for once. And this idiot kept on going at it. And then look, he literally responded with this stupid shit right here. The guy is a total fucking idiot. By the way, here, I hope you enjoy your name getting doxed, you dumbass New World Order idiot. Because in real life, I'm not. a New World Order, idiot. You are, because you're the one who support it, and I'm dead against it. And technically, we've been living in it for almost 50 years now with the car. So, just think about it, we are already in it. If it was real, we are already in it because of the car. And because we've been getting rid of our transit and walkable city for the car and that. So, yeah. If there was a thing at the New World Order, we would have been already in it. If we are, it would be and parking and parking lot and all that shit. So, you people are calling me a New World Order follower are total idiot because you guys are the one. Because I do support the Second Amendment and all of that. And the right to free speech. So I support all of that. But you people who are trying to make me look like a New World Order follower are total idiot who have your own dumb agenda. So that's my message for anybody. And to come at me because I will fucking nuke you. And call you out for your stupid shit. Whew. Let's see. Let me get him back in one more time. Try to get one more in, but you know, it's getting close for me to get ready for bed anyway. So I got to get ready for bed soon. If y'all know what I mean. Someone finally forgot Fred. Yes. Okay, but I'll be honest. The person that I just showed you a name, and I hope he gets doxxed and called out for it. Because he deserved to get the heat that he's about to get because of how much of an idiot he is. There we go. I hear another train coming. 1 minute. Exactly, that's not a train I hear. That was exactly the fan. And some sounds combining together. But yeah, but I'll be honest. Some of these suburbanite will make them stupid comment and thumbs up. If they do, I'm willing to expose them for how stupid they are. So I hope they enjoy getting doxxed for stuff that they do because they deserve to have it happen because they're idiots. And by the way, also another thing about New World Order, if I did believe in it all draft. You got to join the military, no choice. So yeah, I don't believe in that. So those people who think I'm a New World Order follower are dead wrong. But yeah, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole anymore. But I hope he gets doxxed now that I did this because this guy deserved to get doxxed to hell and back for being an idiot. But yeah, let me get one more of our guys on here because it is almost time for me to get ready for bed because I got to be at work at 7 in the morning and I got to be up by 5. That holds the bang. But yeah, but that holds the bang. It's crazy. But I'll be honest. Some of the shit that go on, we gotta start cracking down on it. Ooh, that popped the crap out of my neck. Ooh, wow. That was tight. But we gotta start cracking down on this stuff because if we don't, the people are going to keep on doing what they want to do. And it's not going to be a good one. But, yeah. Okay. But we gotta start cracking down on this stuff. We really do, dude. Because if we don't, stuff is going to get worse before it gets better. Oh God. Oh my Oh, let me really after 25 years now, it's not okay to call him controller. Even in the UK, I swear the word get damn. That is funny. Wow! Oh my God! That right there, a real kick. So that what you call funny. Heck, one of the day I'm going to invite Ellis on this show. I want to invite Ellis from from the tournament broadcast. From their Discord, the Iron Horse, the Iron Horseman to be more exact. But yeah, hopefully one of the day I can get him on the live stream because that would be something worth what is going on, if y'all know what I'm saying. But yeah. But to be brutally honest, some of these people, we got to get rid of them because they're total idiots. But yeah. But it is getting close for me to get ready for bed. So yeah, and it's about time for me to wind down. But yeah, but I hope y'all enjoyed the live stream. That was a crazy one. And with it being the calm before the storm, with stuff that is getting ready to happen, my God, stuff is going to get crazy soon, and I mean soon. And that I'll be brutally honest about. With how everything is going, I do see some crazy stuff happening, straight up craziness, and some stuff that I would have to say about to go bonkers. But yeah. But I hope y'all enjoyed the live stream. Please like and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all later. And have a nice Saturday night and a night weekend. Bye, guys. Toot toot.